Good morning, Sassy fam. Welcome to your Sunday check-in. I hope you're well. I hope you are fabulous. Today's check-in will be for yours and theirs. Like always with yours and theirs, take what resonates, leave what does not, and reverse those energies as you see fit. More so with yours and theirs, as energy exchange and interchange is real, rapid, and fluid. Having said that, your person that I see on this board today, might include the energies of a significant other, spouse, boyfriend, girlfriend, lover, ex of 5 years ago. But you know what else might come up? Those other perfectly common elements in life, such as work, family, spiritual stuff. I'm just saying, make space for it, because when it shows up, sometimes it's the whole reading, and that can disappoint people. I know. But like always, take what resonates, leave what does not. And do keep in mind, these are general collective readings, not one-to-one private, which is to say they may not resonate at all. I know that's frustrating, but it's also normal. If that happens, check your other placements. You will find yourself in there somewhere. Okay, you guys. Let me tell you, by the time this comes out, hopefully I will have some space to just kind of take care of things around here, because I got to tell you, okay, I feel like our framing, our center is constantly off. And myself personally, I feel a little off. So we're going to take some time to rearrange the space a little bit. Because, I tell you, the desk, sometimes I have to move it for cleaning or to find things, and then Cinnamon or myself or somebody were bumping into the table that holds the tripod for the camera. So I always feel like we're a little off, okay? We're just a little off balance. We're a little skewed. And it's things like that that absolutely annoy me. And if I'm really, sorry, it is what it is. They just do. But also, and if I have the time, hopefully I can get some new paint on the wall. Okay. It's, in real life, let me tell you, it's a brilliant color. It's a brilliant shade of yellow. If I remember correctly, it's called Emperor Yellow. And when the sun hits it, oh, it's beautiful. It has golden tones. On my piece of crap camera, however, it comes out this muddy, mustardy, yellowish, beigey thing, and I don't like it. It really darkens everything. I don't like it. So if I'm on top of it, hopefully I got some paint on the freaking wall, which is a low investment job. It's no big deal. Getting the pictures back up and everything else, well, we'll see. But yeah, I'd like to do that, and like I said, get the see, it's I'm not OCD, but I do have standards and lots of Libra in my chart. Aesthetic balance is a thing. It is for me. So we're going to take some time this weekend and get things less crooked. So we'll get to that hopefully over the next couple of days. And then myself personally, I got to chill, man. I need some more downtime. Okay. Seriously, I need to relax more, because I'll tell you what, on playback from the Thursday check-in, which was Intimate Tarot, by the way, I love the readings. Readings were fantastic, okay? A lot of diversity in there. Saw lots of different things, lots of layers. Cool, love that. No, the readings were great. It was on playback where I'm looking at myself and I'm like, what? And it's just like, why am I so swollen? So my face was so swollen. It's, my arms too, I was like a little bit concerned. And then, of course, I noticed much, much later, had some hives come through. It's not always so obvious. It's odd. You can start your day, you look a certain way, it's just normal to you, okay? And then throughout the day, well, for me anyway, blooms start to appear. So I only ever get hives when I'm extremely stressed or I'm having some sort of allergic reaction. So as many of you know, I do suffer from a variety of allergies, most of it having to do with pollen. So I'm surrounded by that in my environment: grass, cedar, oak, right? And then there's stuff that just, it's affecting me for that particular week, the month, the season. So I'm already talking to my allergist, and she did tell me that there is an increase of an allergen that people are currently reacting to. See, if my eyes aren't like dry, then they're leaking, and the sniffles and the coughs, and then, so of course, swelling and I got some hives too, so it was a light bloom. I've had worse. So not only am I going to rearrange some of the space, I'm going to do some sauna time, and then I'm going to do some cold compress time and get this down because, it's so uncomfortable. The hives are already starting to get lighter, which is good. And I'm like, good, got to clear this up because let me tell you something, Sassy's going to be poolside with some friends this weekend. I ain't got time for that. And my allergist is like, it is what it is. And you should know that. It clears up when it clears up. I don't know, there is a little extra something that she said apparently people reacting to it this time. So I'll be seeing her soon enough. Trust me, she sees me fairly regularly. Anyway. All right, so what did we talk about? We talked about today's check-in. We talked about how we're going to go back and take a look at the framing here and just get things moved around. Maybe lighten up that I'm not going to do white. No, honey, no. I'm a colorful person. I don't know if you picked up on that. I need color in my life. Okay? Got to have color. We have to have the art. We have to have the photos. We have to have the paint. I'm just that person. Don't get me wrong. Whites and creams and beiges, they have their place. Okay? I every now and again, yes, you should have a lovely clean slate on your wall, just an open palette. Okay? But for the most part, I need color. It's something that will allow to lighten that back wall, make the prints pop more. Yeah. But we'll see. Oh, we're in August. Yay, August. No. Couple more months, honey. Don't get me wrong. I don't care, mind you. I don't care. I like to bake. I don't get to do it often enough. I love to, the more intricate, the more complicated. Oh, the better. One of my most favorite things I've ever made is like this 10-layer cake. And I think it was a Black Forest cake. So it was intricate in the layers and balancing it. Oh, I love that stuff. But honestly, I do like to bake simple things. And some of my favorite stuff are, of course, what you might associate with fall baked goods. And I'm like, that's year round. I'm not going to limit that to just fall. Apple spice breads, the pumpkin, of course, spice breads, anything that has those flavors heavy on the cinnamon and the gingers and the cloves. I love that stuff. So, but it'd be nice to actually do that within season. So, yay. So I'm always looking for, I just love the smells. It reminds me so much of youth. And I don't know, fall is just one of my favorite times of the year. So any reason I have to kind of evoke that feeling or that sense of nostalgia, yeah, why not? Anyway, that's my blah blah. Thanks for listening. I appreciate you. Thanks for tuning in. Thanks for being part of this channel like always. You guys, I will see you for the next Thursday check-in. Some shorts, of course, and I will see you at your sign. Take care. Be well. Leo, what's that? Oh, okay. What's going on? Like always, we're going to start with your side of the board, which is explaining the intro. Reverse those energies as you see fit. Okay. Strength, you. The High Priestess. 8 of Wands. Speaking of which, happy birthday. I just saw your card. I'm like, oh yeah, we're in Leo season. Yay. Happy birthday. Strength, High Priestess, 8 of Wands. And you feeling it in some way. 3 of Cups. The Hierophant. And the Ace of Pentacles. Yeah. Okay. All right, Knight of Cups, the Star, Justice. Yeah, I'm under that impression as well. Page of Cups, you seem to be open to it. I'm not saying you have to. I'm just saying you look great. You feel great. You seem to know what's up, what you yourself are up to. A lot of ownership there. Ownership of self, what you feel, what you're thinking, what you're going to do. And I love that. And you're telling me, Page of Cups, just a little bit. Yeah, I'm open. I'm open to that. Sure. Okay. Strength, the High Priestess, 8 of Wands. You look great. You look refreshed. You look bold. You look declarative. I love it. It's like I have never felt more intuitive in my life, Christina. Yeah, I see that. That's good. That's what I mean. There's that boldness. So not just who you are as a person. That's already there with strength. You are feeling you, my friend. But the High Priestess, too. It's like I've never felt more intuitive in my life. And it makes you feel so strong. It's just amplifying that strength. that initiative, that drive. Beautiful. Ace of Wands, and then there you are talking. Okay. Gosh. Firmness of spirit, boldness of spirit. And you're also using that same energy towards your words. Whatever it is you're putting out there. You mean it. You feel it. I love it. I love it. Three of Cups, the Hierophant, Ace of Pentacles. Yeah. Yeah, whoever this is, it's they're into it. They're receptive. Now, I don't quite know what's being put forward here. But the sincerity behind it's quite large, quite high. It's felt on both sides. So there is some sort of strong offer here, and it is meant with the Hierophant. So I see someone here backing up their own sense of self. And offering the Ace of Pentacles and Three Cups, it's like, yeah, let's get together, let's do this thing. So I don't know if you two are knocking out an opportunity that shows up in terms of, like, say, work, career, or contract. Sure, there's all those elements are in place, but there's also something on it that speaks to the more personal self as well. In terms of, this is what I'm feeling. I'm open to this. It feels good to me. Hey, it feels good to me too. That's what there's. So a lot of good stuff going on here. So I don't quite know what the subject is, but I do know both sides, it's all systems go. You look so good, honey. You really do. You know yourself well. So whatever it is that you are opening up towards, either generating that activity via conversation or returning a response about acceptance of that Ace of Pentacles, regardless, you know it's right for you. And that's wonderful. That's all I want for people in tarot. Do you know what's right for you? You're saying, oh, yeah, I do. And I love it. And so, again, here I'm saying on the shared line, more personable aspects that are shared between you two. So something realistic here is on the line, and someone's backing that Ace of Pentacles with the Hierophant. So I know it's meant. Okay, I know it's meant. But Knights of Cups, the Star, Justice. Yeah, no, there is a very good feeling between the two of you. It not only is it positive, it's also equal. So that's wonderful. Both sides are conveying themselves well in terms of what this means, significance, interest, value, and appreciation. So excellent elements in here today. Whatever this is, I love it. Knight of Cups, Star, Justice. It feels so wonderful, so balanced, and shared between you two. Oh, that's great. This is wonderful stuff. I get you advice, but I'm not really into it. You seem to know yourself quite well. You're not the person who really needs advice for this situation, but standards are such, you know. But no, this is great, honey. Yeah. This now, obviously, during your season. Clearly. But you already knew that. With the High Priestess there. Yeah, you already know. You're like, uh-huh. You felt it. You felt how you were going to respond. You understood in some way what you were going to say. Again, be you the generator of that dialogue or the recipient, and you're still using your words. You knew. You knew. They seem to know what there's Justice again. Ten of Wands, Heaviness, Eight of Wands. Okay. That Justice then, that sense of fairness. So this goes beyond a Six of Pentacles balance at this point. It's a spiritual thing. It's a technical thing. It could be legal things, yes, but I am saying that sense of karmic correctness here. Something has weighed heavily for you both, or at least for you, in that Ten of Wands, and we're going to clear that up with some Eight of Wands. So once more, I see you speaking your truth as you best understand it, and that should alleviate for you that sense of Ten of Wands. And not just you. You both benefit from this. You both benefit from this activity, this connection, this dialogue. But being receptive to it, being open towards it, yeah, you know yourself quite well. And you've already concluded that whatever this is, you opening up towards it will absolutely benefit you and make things more even through your eyes or through your perspective, at least at the spiritual level. It's quite lovely. Ace of Cups, Page of Pentacles, and the Queen of Pentacles. Okay. What's that about? Oh. I see. Knight of Cups. Page of Swords, Knight of Cups, Ace of Wands. Oh. And the Five of Pentacles. Okay. Where someone was not available to invest before. They didn't believe in it. They didn't believe in themselves. Ace of Cups. Were not open to this. They couldn't see it from their point of view or perspective as being worthwhile or worthy of them. The thoughts and or feelings around the subject have much changed. Page of Swords, Five of Pentacles. There's a regret here that I didn't act sooner or operate sooner or invest sooner. And thus it created more of an emotional flow. It's like what I wasn't able to offer the first time because I didn't quite believe in this or myself. I can do this now. I'm opening up to it, but it took a while. So somebody was having to push back against issues of breakage and doubt and self-doubt and self-worth. Again, the overall idea here is what I was not available to do the first time, I'm available to do now. It's almost looking like I'm going to make good on that energy or fulfill that promise or something at long last. Because now the energy is available. And no wonder you're kind of showing me a sort of sense of justice around this. Okay. 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 Very curious. I probably pushed it there on the advice. That's okay. I was curious. Again, what we withheld on, refrained from, didn't understand or value or worth to put into it the first time, that's clearly not the problem this time. Someone here is standing behind that offer, whereas before it was absent. Okay, that's interesting. Let the past go. We can, this new Oracle deck, you know, I want to try new decks every now and again. Ha ha ha. Let the past go. We can rewind time and go back to before we were both broken down by life. Our past hold us back from our future. So let the past go. Okay. This is what I didn't do or we didn't do in the past. This is what we can do now. Let's work from this present point and move it forward. That's all I'm taking from that. Okay. Hopefully that helped. I don't know. I get weird about oracles because most of them are way too vague and they get charged way too much for a bunch of vagueness. Like Dance with the Unicorns. Awesome. How does that help anybody? So let's get some realistic advice about those oracles. And there's the messenger. Swift, colorful. Again, could be you. Or it could be you talking to this person in the general sense. But there it is. Coming in soon. For some of you, it might literally be August 1st or thereabouts. But soon. Okay. Really? Okay. Good for me. Air, for some of you, Ace of Swords, truth, hard truth, and then also air sign. Absolutely, for sure. And the higher self. More that Taurus energy, higher self. But someone here has absolute truth and they're sticking to it. It's what they know to be true now or what you know to be true now. Okay? We have S, B, K, and C. Leo, honey, I hope this helped you. Once more, happy birthday. This was pretty darned interesting. Got a little bit of a backstory there, but I like how the both of you, that makes perfect sense. We're working from the frame, the point of view of present and forward. Okay, it's like I understand this didn't take place in the past. I get it, you get it, we all get it, but we're here now. Okay, let's work with the now. I love that. Good attitude. All right. Like I said, I hope this helped you. Put in the comments. Take care. Be well. Sag. What's up? Show me Sagittarius, please. Show me Sagittarius. Excuse me. Pardon my sniffles. What's going on with Saggy? Like always, we're going to start with your side of the board, but as I explained in the intro, reverse energies as you see fit. What's up? The Lovers. The Tower. Nine of Wands. I hear you. Okay, let's do this. The Magician. Four of Swords. Death. Okay. Page of Swords. The Devil. The Star. I see. We'll get to that too. You. Truth. Okay. Thank you. I appreciate that. That tells me a lot. It's like, okay, who's doing what? Who's doing what? You both had the same experience, well, in terms of the outcome, the output. Yeah. But to be perfectly blunt with you, someone is not over it. I don't give a damn what they say. Someone's wearing a mask here. It's either you or them. And it's not a challenge. It's just, it is something that needs to be figured out. So if it's coming from you, then you'll have that point of view of being able to look at it for yourself and understand if it's true and work through it. If it's them, well, the things I'm about to tell you are going to make sense, particularly in what you are kind of feeling now. Ace of Swords, you're like, I have a truth here. It's a nasty one. It's ugly. It's real ugly. And it cuts like a knife. It's sharp as hell. Be like, I don't dispute it, though, because it's the Ace of Swords. So hard truths. Why is it called hard truths? Because it's hard. Okay, it's an Ace of Swords. Big old truth there. Can that be changed later? Yep. Can that be reforged in different fires? You bet. But is it the absolute truth for now? This is what you're working with now. And what you're working with now is already quite difficult and complicated. So I'm glad to see that you're showing me I get it. I don't like it. No, you don't like it. But I get it. The Lover's Tower, 9 of Wands, is like, that was the hardest thing I've ever had to do. Is get confrontational with myself. That's not the strong connection I thought it was. It wasn't the end-all be-all. It wasn't my love of my life. It wasn't my spiritual ever after with this person, this soul. I thought it was. I wanted to believe very badly that it was with the Tower, but at some point you received evidence to the contrary, which should be that very special, strong, unique connection. You're saying it was anything but. I see that now. So you received some sort of evidence that suggested your special connection wasn't so special. Maybe it was for you, but perhaps not so much for them. I don't know. But the Tower says, here's an unfortunate contradiction. You can't keep believing this thing. We don't want you to keep believing this thing. This is what you were thinking, right? This is what you were feeling. Here's the truth of it. And that was hard for you. You're being very honest about that. 9 of Wands, it was one of the hardest things you've ever had to absorb. It's one of the hardest truths you've ever had to develop. Because again, this isn't just handed to us like, here's a simple, easy packaged truth. No, we earn this. We earn this more often than not. Remember, the sword is not just thought, it's also action. So that Tower, as difficult as it was, still gave you the tools for the job to handle this, to cut it out. So again, it's not just the thought, it's the ability to use the sword. Okay? So I am sorry. I don't know what it is you saw, witnessed, or realized with that Tower, but it was the evidence you needed to let it go. And it was hard. It was so hard, honey, with that 9 of Wands. I got it. It exhausted you. It still exhausts you. You're showing me emotional and physical exhaustion over this. It's like, I can't believe I fell for this thing this hard. I can't believe I love them that hard, or that I love them at all, or I thought it was all that in a bag of chips. I was wrong. Okay. I understand. You're doing a good job with the truth, though. The Magician, 4 Swords, Death. At first, there was the energy there to summon you back. I want this, no, I want this, and then we rested on it with the 4 Swords. And, okay, good. That's the start. So don't summon what isn't yours. Don't manifest what's not yours. Okay. So that's good. I was like, okay, we got recovery here. They're not going to try to pull you back, and then death. Okay, there's the acceptance of the ending. Oh, never mind, this is over. Okay. Okay. But death is no guarantee of transformation. Saggy, sorry for the unexpected cut. It was unexpected for me too. In my experience, when that happens, that means somebody somewhere nearby has a similar operating device to command on and off functions to something that is very close to my own device, and it actually has to literally be within radius. So yeah, there's a good chance that happened. I did see somebody walking by right before the cut happened, and I'm sure they were messing with something. But yeah, it's unusual when the feed just cuts like that. Anyway, whatever. We're here now. So going back to your reading, I'm frustrated with that because I'm so into it. But yeah, it's no guarantee of transformation. Okay, but I was happy to see. Okay, well, I guess it's over. All right, fine, but it's not. It's not. For somebody here, it's not. You're telling me I've processed this hard truth. Okay, Page of Swords, small insight, the opposite of that Ace of Swords. Devil, the star. Someone still very much desires this, to the point I know of watching, observation, spying. I don't know if it goes into the realm of obsession, but given that the star's there, I could say it might leak into that. Yeah. If it was you, I don't think you'd be showing me that you were willing to cut this, let it go, and that you paid a high price for your insight, your understanding, and that you still... It's hard. It's hard for you to accept all that. But I did see for them where it just, okay, it's over. But that, again, that doesn't guarantee transformation. So Page of Swords, Devil, the Star. So technically, I could say it's you, but I could also say it's them. I just know this, at least one person here very much has not let go of the other person. And it looks uncomfortable. It seems like it's, instead of diminishing, it somehow becomes more important. It becomes more uncomfortable. They're showing me I struggle with my truth every day. Okay. I would just say, again, if you feel like sometimes an uncomfortable feeling, you don't quite know where it's coming from, or a thought that's not yours, there's a reason for that. It's not for you to work through. It's not. That's their stuff. And they even said it's over. So I see that there's no contact. There's no connectivity where you can see it or access it. But you have those feelings like, what is that? And it's uncomfortable. And it's frustrating. And it reminds you all over again of your truth about how hard you had to let this go and that you still struggle with it. Because in some way you can still feel, I believe, their attachment, which again seems to grow, not diminish, and that concerns me. You, however, that's why I don't think it's you. Your energy just hits different. You're learning to open up again, the Fool, Page of Cups, the Sun, and to be happy, and that is authentic choice of happiness. Literally, this is the definition of the pursuit of happiness, specifically the pursuit, the willingness to be open to happiness, to try new things, to be open to new beginnings. And that means allowing this to fade or pass out of your life, because it is not a new beginning here. This is not a form of sunshine and happiness. This is not you taking a risk. It would be going back to the past, especially since someone's like, well, I guess it's over. But for somebody, no, it isn't. It really isn't. It just sits there and stews and gets angrier and weirder and more desirous of you, not less. So again, we got to work through that. It's not enough to just say something's over. You got to put in the work. You got to put in the work to really allow yourself to be over it. And you're ready for joy. You're ready for happiness. You want to, even in small, miserable ways. That's it. That's all that matters. No, I want you to have that happiness, honey. You deserve it. Queen of Wands, Four of Wands. There you are. That's you. A relationship. You would like to be open to a new relationship. All the kind of advice, what I'm saying here for you, suggests that you're ready for light and bright and new. To not go back to this false, strong constructs. I thought it was everything. I thought the sun rose and set in their ass. You know, it's like, no. It turns out that's not true at all. So I don't know what it is you saw or witnessed that suggests, oh, this connection ain't shit. But you would know. And I am sorry, but also no, I'm not. I'm glad that you're no longer in a position of trying to line up to a lie. The fact that they were thinking about how to get you back and then they're like, nah, I better be quiet, suggested then they had the opportunity to contradict what it is that you learned, and they didn't. So that was going to add in or weigh into your truth. They had nothing to contradict you on. Whatever that tower was, there was no takesy-backsies. Courthouse 23, I don't know if this went into the realm of legality, but you're saying officially, you know what's up. Number 23, toil and labor, hard work. You believe in hard work, playing by the rules. 2338, you don't do shortcuts. You want things to be official and just so. And like whatever this is, didn't feel that way. It didn't feel clean. It didn't feel like it was yours. I don't quite know. But yeah, it's simple really. How do I feel? I want you, us, forever. Mother wounds. I have the mother wound. It's a big influence on me as an adult. I have challenge with connecting with the divine feminine. These are new oracle cards, by the way. I don't know if I like them yet, so I try them out. It's simple, really. I have mother wounds. So they saw something in you, perhaps, that reflected that, was attracted to it, but pushed against it simultaneously. It says something to do with the inability to connect correctly to the divine feminine. Something like that. Feeling like they never got enough attention from a maternal figure for some. Sure. You know, so what do? We compensate by gaining attention from other people, even though we don't really mean it. We're not actually connected to it, but it's kind of like, here's the attention I didn't get as a kid, be it from your mom or dad. So we gather these influential energies, and we don't ever realize we're doing it. But then it's like patterns have a way of repeating themselves. I bet this person has a repeating pattern of connecting to people with no intention of keeping them or develop anything real. It just wanted the attention. They don't know where it comes from. But that doesn't mean that the spying and watching is real on this one. Yeah. And again, it's like the appreciation of what you pushed away from. Now they're obsessed with it. They desire it more, not less. Why? Because you were the first person to tell them no? You were the first person to tell them to fuck off? Like, why? Well, that's just how it works. Apology, forgiveness. Think about it. I would just say, when it comes to that, don't hold your breath. Rejection, loss, fragmented. Rejecting this idea of apology or forgiveness. That's what an unhealed person would think. I don't owe this an apology. I don't need forgiveness. It's really where it comes from as a stem of fearing, like rejection or loss. Okay, if we try to be authentic. Yeah. Like I said, I wouldn't hold your breath on this one. Something tells me that prior to that tower, you were holding your breath for them anyway, and for a very long time. Okay. 17, the main male gift. Some of you, by the way, this is someone who can stand up in their own character and backs up what they do or believe in. So for some of you might be receiving a gift from the main male. You might be the main male. I don't know. But there's something here about gift giving solid. I know that you are interested in new opportunities, feeling happy, being open to them, and that you are relationship oriented, like healthy relationship oriented. So for some of you, you might be headed in that direction. FYI, 1 and 17. Okay. We have the letters K, V, T. We have the medallion of Pisces as well as Aries and Scorpio. You might have any of these strong placements in your chart, could be connected to, or their seasons might be important to you. Saggy, honey, I hope this helped you. It was interesting, but I also like how you clearly have moved your energy forward, and I bet you can feel it being uncomfortably tugged in the wrong direction. Okay, you might be having impatient thoughts or feelings about this person. It's like, where is that coming from? I've done that. I've been through that. I've dealt with that. It's not in my life anymore. Where is that coming from? It's not you. Okay. Just ignore it. It'll pass. Remember, they didn't have anything to say, remember? No apologies. I know where it comes from. The point is that's for them to work on, and once more, I wouldn't tell you ever to hold your breath or wait for someone to apologize. No. Or give you closure. What happened here was closure enough. You don't owe it anything further. Okay? All right. I hope this helped you. Like I said, put in the comments. Take care. Be well. Aries, what's up? Show me Aries, please. Okay. Like always, we're going to start with your side of the board, right? But as I explained in the intro, reverse energies as you see fit. Knight of Wands, Ten of Swords, the Emperor. There you are, darling. Okay. Three of Cups, Ten of Wands, and the Six of Cups. Okay. Between you, the Hierophant, the Fool, Two of Cups. All right. And I just heard Bono blaring, "What more in the name of love?" Apparently more in the name of love, though. Okay, you're doing that thing you do where you're showing me brave face, but you have a big heart. And you do. Queen of Cups. You do. You're feeling a lot of love. Okay. That's who you are on the inside. You're actually very comfortable with your large feelings. When you feel, you feel. When you love, you love. And when you're upset, you're upset. The thing is claimancy here. But you're also saying, I'm open to giving and receiving love. I am. Okay? And you mean it from the heart. I'm not telling you, you're telling me. And I like what you're telling me. Because you didn't have to, but you chose to. Knight of Wands, Ten of Swords, the Emperor. Gosh, you're an Aries who can't be put down. You just can't. If you get knocked down, you don't stay that way too long. I'll tell you, you have so much of your natural fire available to you. And it's interesting because you're showing me how you've tempered it. So here we have the Knight of Wands, which is a lot more looser, faster, sometimes even impulsive. But it says, I gotta go. Boom, boom, boom. Energy, energy, energy. Gotta burn it. Gotta burn it. The Emperor, which is your power card, of course, also represents fire, but much more in control and in command. So, I can tell that when you're on the go, you're on the go. And when you are up in the air, you are up in the air. And that energy halted in its tracks. Ten of Swords. Pain. Disappointment here. And you're like, typically I would handle things with the Knight of Wands. Just take care of it. Fly by the seats of my pants. But this was painful. This is painful, and I don't want to react impulsively, and I don't want to act in anger. This hurt me. It hurt them too. You're both showing me the tens. Ten of Swords, Ten of Wands. You're like the Emperor. I'd rather show up to this and show up in love. I'm in control. I'm in command. I would like to meet this head on with you. Okay? I'd like to rise to this particular challenge. It hurts. I'm not telling you what to do. Once more, you're telling me what's up with you. Somewhere between your more commanding, fiery self and your loving, emotional self, those two are working together to address a difficult subject. It's very painful. But like I said, you're putting on your brave face, but showing full heart. Okay. Whatever that is, took the steam out of you, took the air out of you. But it's okay. It kind of allowed you to gather yourself, your thoughts, your energy, and say, how do I actually want to deal with this then? The Knight of Wands isn't going to cut it. And you chose your method of operation. Okay? Three Cups, Ten of Wands, Six of Cups. This person loves you. You two are deeply bonded. You share a whole past with each other, history with each other. And they're saying it's hard not being connected to you from the heart. It's very hard. And there's something here that they would like to be more connected to you, a little bit more open to the connection, a little bit more open from the heart. You seem to have that pretty well in place. This person struggles with it. It's hard for this person to sometimes dig deep into their feeling and connect with you at a deeper level. And in some way, you experienced that and you were hurt by it. They know. They know. They're saying it's very hard to be absent from you or to be away from you. It's hard for me, I know, but I want to dig deeper and give more to this emotionally. And I think that's why you're showing me Queen of Cups. It's like, okay. if that's what you're willing to do, I'll be a recipient. And I'll give you two. I'll give you the love. Okay? Yeah, I want to do more. Appreciate the connection more. Show it more feeling, more appreciation. Okay? The Hierophant, the Fool, Two of Cups, and there it is again. It's on both sides. It's your willingness to keep in line with the commitment and show it the best of yourself, strength, fortitude, intent. The willingness to remain open, their willingness to remain open, and the Two of Cups. You two harmonize, okay, in your own way. You do. They probably have a tendency to give a little less. You probably have a tendency to give a little more. But something here at some point in that dynamic hurt you. They're aware. Okay, they're aware. You took the ease of your choose love or connection lightly or for granted, maybe. And something was said or done that would cause an offense, a hurt. They get that. They treated the situation too lightly, or something. I don't know. So again, the point is that I'm saying you both reinforce what you believe. You both are showing me I believe in opening up towards each other. We want to try again in Two of Cups and harmonize this and meet more in the middle. Okay? So that's lovely. Well done. Yeah, no, they're aware. They're aware that it's harder for this person to be as fluent with their emotions. They feel something they don't feel. Of course, they feel. But allow themselves to access the deeper place and actually appreciate it. And there was a moment where perhaps somebody was way too insensitive or just negligent of what was being expressed. And it just kind of further drove the point home. It's like, look, okay. I know you're not as big a feeler as me. I get that, but come on now. Come on now. There's something to be said for sensitivity. There's something to be said for reciprocation, even when it's hard, especially when it's difficult. You know, when things are difficult, you don't back away. You get in there. Something like that. Okay. The Hanged Man. Eight of Swords, the Star. Standard. Hanged Man, Eight of Swords, the Star. Pause. We put a pause on this to better understand this blindness, this stuckness, this Eight of Swords, what happened here. Okay. We understand better the importance of what happened, the significance of it. Okay, that it wasn't random, it wasn't impulsive. This hurt. This was an actual episode. And it's important that we understand it, give more of ourselves to it, not less. Okay, to be more of a participant and not someone who leans away or runs away. Because, again, it has more to do with the feelings just being so deep. Yeah, you want your deep connections. That means you got to go to deep places. With the willingness to pause and think and reflect upon what's important, that's apparent for you both. Okay? And Temperance, here we have healing, strength, and the Seven of Cups. Yeah, and here this was an active choice on both sides. Active choice on both sides here in Leo season, I'm telling you. With Temperance, strength, Seven of Cups, it was an active choice to be strong and to heal through this. This is what I'm feeling, this is what you're feeling. Okay, so that was a choice. And it was a strong one, okay? You're both trying to meet in the middle. All right. Beautiful. Well done. What happens after that, I don't know. But it seems like you two, you know what's important to you both. Ergo, the choices I'm seeing today. Okay? It's beautiful. I like how you both kind of double down on your sense of commitment. If not actual like commitment as in like say marital, then we're talking spiritual commitment, emotional commitment. You're my soulmate. Yeah. It must be written in the stars because you are most definitely my destiny. Nervous. You make me feel nervous. Is that what it is? When they start to get into a depth with their feelings, they start to get nervous and pull back. So perhaps there was a moment here where you needed them to be more upfront or more with you in that space, and then they minimized it or absenteed themselves when they needed to be there for you the most. You're my soulmate. There's something about you make nervous. You make me nervous. Well, that might well be true, and I respect that, but that's something to be worked through, not denied and rejected, because then we'll keep doing it. If you always get nervous when things get real or deep, then you'll always have the same excuse to opt out. Occupation 34, somebody might bury themselves in work, or you've been burying yourselves in work, or you just work hard, or something like that. The wealthy man, you work hard for your wealth. Somebody here works very hard for their wealth, like a lot. Somebody knows their worth, but goodness knows they've built into it. It wasn't handed to them. Okay? Somebody here might have come from lesser means, and then they built something for themselves. A name, a reputation, and just frankly their coin. Okay. 3413. The courage to change. Somebody here needs to have the courage to change. Also, P.S., somebody might have had the courage to leave, even if it was temporarily, and that would also explain the Hanged Man and why we've had time to think about this, particularly its importance. So that might have been temporary. I don't think it was a feint. No. In other words, feigning and ending in order to get somebody to act a certain way. No, not at all. So either we have the courage to change on one person's side to do the opposite of what was done, or someone left, even if it was temporarily, because they honestly felt it was the right thing to do. I didn't see anything about reconnection in the masculine. Here it is again. Somebody here, the masculine, needs to have the courage to change, or perhaps it was the masculine that had the courage to walk away. I don't quite know, but as it resonates, okay? But there you go. If you're nervous about anything that makes you feel a certain way, we'll always end up rejecting it. We don't want to do that anymore. V, A, P, X, K, and we have the snowflake sign of Scorpio. Transformation has taken effect here. Absolutely. Some of you might have had some Scorpio in your chart connecting to, or their seasons might be important to you. Aries, honey, I hope this helped you. Put in the comments. Take care. Be well. Aquarius, what's up? Show me Aquarius, please. Let's do one more. Show me Aquarius. Like always, we're going to start with your side of the board, right? But as I explained in the intro, reverse energies as you see fit. Okay. The Chariot, Seven of Cups, and the Wheel of Fortune. Okay, what's up? The High Priestess. Oh, the World. Oh, the Ten of Wands. Yeah. The Lovers. The Ten of Cups. The Empress. Eight of Wands. Gosh, you are being quite active, yeah. You are being active. You're talking. You're doing things. You're moving around. Honestly, you look great. You really do. I'm excited for you. Things are happening, and frankly, it's your due. It really is your due. It's like all this time is coming back to you, or you're making the most of your time. Wherever it is you're coming from in terms of time spent where you were not open, you did not feel like you could pursue a pathway in love or otherwise, that you did not have options. All that's coming back to you. Clearly you do now. So whatever space you didn't have in the past, whatever time you didn't have for love and pathway and all these other, it's with you now. You talking now, baby. You putting yourself out there now. And you're loving it. You know, the Chariot, Seven of Cups, the Wheel of Fortune, it's almost like you're saying, this is my time. This is my destiny. This is how it had to be. I have to agree with you. This is how it had to be. The Wheel of Fortune turned, and baby, it turned in your favor. In some way, karma caught up to you, but the kind where it's like, okay, Aquarius, here's what was missing last time, or what we missed out on. So here, whatever experience in the past where you could not move forward, you feel like you didn't have a pathway to pursue, never mind options in love, or whatever that is to you, that you couldn't communicate, that there was no movement, there was nothing, is here now. It's almost like you're making up for lost time. And there's something about that when you know you're free. You know you're free to move. You know you're free to choices, or have choices, or to be open to choices, to choose a path, to talk, to not to talk. When that hits you, right? It's like, oh God, this is amazing. I can do what I want. I can talk to who I want. I connect to who I want. I can open up to love if I want. This is awesome, right? And it is such a good feeling, and I'm happy for you. So it's not like it's over the top. No. It's just a general sort of, I feel good about me and what I get to do. Yay, Wheel of Fortune. It turned in its favor for me. Yay. So you have so much available to you now. And to be clear, I see you making good on it. And I love that. But I don't quite know what's going on over here. So I'll describe it as best I can. The High Priestess, the World, the Ten of Wands. It's whoever this is has had access to intuition. They had access to the intuitive process in some way when it comes to you. And they didn't listen to themselves. That's all I know. That's all I know is that they didn't listen to themselves. And it's weighed on them ever since. Ten of Wands. Okay. I don't know who they are to you, where they are from you. I have no idea. But it's like I felt a certain way. I did. I was given ample heads up, warning about whatever this was. I felt a certain way about it. I felt inclined towards it. But I didn't listen. And then the window's gone. That intuitive window attached to this person to listen to themselves ran out the clock. Okay. So that was whirled out. And what they're left with is that sense of heaviness, Ten of Wands. I missed out. I should have pursued that feeling. I knew it was there. I was feeling it. I was feeling something. So I don't know if this is any sort of romantic interest per se, but it's someone who had a window. They felt the window. That time. Let me go over there to where Aquarius is. And they missed it. And there's a heaviness attached to them ever since. I missed out. Okay, that's it. I have no other information on that energy. I do have information on this energy. So this is one of the few times I will see three energies but done lightly that I can comfortably report on. So the Lovers, Ten of Cups, the Empress. Wow, that's beautiful. That's having it all. You're pursuing that now. You're open to it now. You can access it now. Very strong connection that seems to be harmonizing quite well, stabilizing quite well. So not just in the spiritual realm and not just in the emotional realm, but in reality with the Empress, there is a lot of realistic investment and attachment there. It's kind of like this is everything. I have everything. I'm pursuing everything. I am participating in everything, and I'm not going to part ways with that, clearly. Why would you? So it's like what I wasn't able to do before, I'm going to now. And you're on that pathway to love. Apparently the love of your life now. It's shaping up now. There's a strong connection in there that is the Lovers, and you two are expanding into importance in each other's lives, literally expanding into persons of importance in each other's lives. So it's great. I will often see the Lovers, and they can often leave us hanging or very disappointed. Strong connections can have very strong reactions. And then there are some folks who it's their time. It's their time. And I think I mentioned that for you. This is your time to have everything that you've been missing or wanting to pursue, and it's not whatever this is. Hopefully I made that clear. This one missed its window. I don't quite know. And the heaviness weighs on them. So I don't know if this was a window that was specific to them and you had no idea. Like you had no idea someone here missed their shot. You have no idea. I don't know. They didn't pursue the feeling. I imagine you must understand to some extent who they are. It's like, why the hell else would I be seeing them? Why not just concentrate on this? Inquiring minds would like to know. So that tells me then, therefore, by deduction, you must have known who this was in some way. But how they showed up in your reality could have just been a friend or someone you saw every Tuesday at the coffee shop. I have no clue. I don't know. They do. But let me tell you, honey, there's a reason why things don't work out. They're just not supposed to. How else would you have made space for this, right? The Lovers, Ten of Cups, the Empress. Don't ever part ways with that. Ever. Okay? That's the one you will always have in your corner, always have your back, spiritually, emotionally, mentally, and physically. That's the Empress. This is everything. Ten of Cups, the Empress. It's having it all. It really is. So whatever that is... I don't know. I don't know why I'm saying it. I don't know if they're a person of your yesteryears and you two gave it a shot, and you only went so far. 7 of Cups, 2 of Swords, Strength. See, there's that 7 of Cups again. 5 of Wands, 2 of Swords, Strength. Yeah. See, I told you the opposite on your timeline. This is when you had options, but not really. You wanted to open up to more and pursue more, I believe, possibly with this person, but it was always thwarted. Someone always resisted it with strengths. They wouldn't get their shit together. Somebody wouldn't get their shit together. Are we exploring this or not? Are we open to this or not? And the hem and haw and hem and haw. Well, I feel something. I mean, I feel something, but do we have to do this now? Do we have to have this conversation now? Can't it just be enough for you that I feel something? No, no, no. Apparently, whatever that is, burned up a lot of time on your tracks. Okay? But do remember, we get to choose to participate, and you might have participated in this a long time because I can't even see that person clearly. But there's that frustration of this is what I couldn't do some time ago. So I don't know how much time has passed and caught up to you, but that which you were not able to pursue with full conviction as the Chariot back then, you sure as hell can now. So whatever that is not supposed to work. It wasn't supposed to. We got to, completely let that go. I'm sure you have done. You have every reason to. But I don't want you to miss what never really was yours. It never allowed itself to be fully open to you, and you damn well know it. The thing is, what it looks like in the cards and how it happened in reality might have been completely two different things. Like in reality, it might have been so subtle. Like, say for you, for instance, intentionally going to that coffee shop every Tuesday, knowing that person would be there, knowing that they look at you a certain way, and sometimes would even try to generate conversation with you, but it would never go anywhere. There was always some excuse. Somebody would look at their watch or get on the phone real quick. You see what I'm saying? But you would go there every Tuesday knowing they would be there, and they know that you were going to show up every Tuesday, so they can't act like they didn't know. It's like there was no excuse not to pursue this. It was felt, it was seen, in some way it was understood by both people, even if it wasn't spoken aloud. How long did that go on? I don't know. I have no idea. It's like I said, just like you're making up for lost time now, and that's because you stopped making yourself available to this at some point, or it stopped making itself available to you. Like you know what? I can't take myself seriously. You shouldn't either. King of Cups. Anything else here, please? Yeah, no, it's at the end of those feelings, or pursuing them, or giving it up, or transforming how you felt about that person, that situation. The willingness to change and transform, or stop showing this emotional devotion, being open specifically in this context with Death and King of Cups and the options here that were not taken seriously. The willingness to stop being open towards this specifically, to stop waiting, to stop going there on a Tuesday when you knew they were going to be there. Shit like that. It's like, you'll never pick me. You will never choose me. Honey, you don't want to become that pick-me person, because this is what it looks like. It can burn up a lot of time on your tracks, you know what I'm saying? Not everybody gets to get back on their tracks. So I hope you know that. House 20. For some of you, you want the big dream, the big house, the big foundation in life, success, and just beyond status, but you want the recognition of something solid, stable, and loyalty, unquestionable loyalty to what is built in this life. 18 and 20. I understand. That is unquestionable, unshakable loyalty. Well, you're working on it. Absolutely. It's beautiful. Some people can't have it all, but that requires us to give up these little things that we were fighting over, acting like it was important. It wasn't important. In the greater scheme of things, that was chicken feed. Unblock me. You're my favorite. I don't care. You're my favorite. What the hell does that mean? What are you, in middle school? Unblock me because you're my favorite. What? I was your favorite option that wasn't quite an option? You what? Like Sheryl Crow? You're my favorite mistake? What? You were my favorite Tuesday afternoon? Oh, I'm so flattered. You're right. There are some feelings there. Okay. Carry on, please. I can't even. No, no, carry on. You carry on. I'm going to carry on. We're all got to carry on. Unblock me. You're my favorite. I don't even know what the heck. Yeah, you know what? And also, who's the #1 draft pick? It's the difference between you're my favorite and something actually substantial. You're my favorite. Get out of here with that bullshit. Celebration, gifts, and abundance. Yeah, you got a lot of reason to celebrate and be appreciative of your abundance. Clearly, it's here. Be appreciative that you're on this path that was once denied you, but it was with the wrong person. That's why I don't dispute it, and neither should you at this point. So, yeah, but be grateful for your abundance. That way the universe knows to continue to reward you. W-M, we have the unicorn. This is magical. This is special. This is unique. Okay, once more, chicken scratch. And then we have, I know at the time I'm sure it felt special, but surely time has passed and you can see. Okay, we have the medallion of Aries. You might have some very strong Aries in your chart, could be connecting to, or the seasons might be important to you. Aquarius, honey, I hope this helped you. Put in the comments, take care, be well. Gemini, welcome to your Sunday check-in. Show me. Gemini, please. Okay. Like always, we're going to start with your side of the board, but as I explain the intro, verse energies as you see fit. Show me, Gemini, please. Temperance. Seven of Wands. Knight of Swords. Yeah. Ten of Cups, the Chariot, and the King of Pentacles. Okay, beautiful. Nine of Swords, Five of Cups, and the Three of Wands. Okay. And in the overview, the Emperor. Yeah, you're trying to get back into your sense of self, commanding sense of self. Okay. Authority, this is what's up. This is what I expect from me. I see that. I see that in you, Temperance, Seven of Wands, Knight of Swords, and your healing journey has been going very, very well. It's taken time. Temperance equals time. Okay. It's an intricate affair of patience and compassion and the willingness to look at difficult emotions and thoughts and balance those against the positive ones. So again, it takes time. It's tricky. But Seven of Wands, Knight of Swords, you're much more fluid these days in terms of your thoughts and actions. You can see that they're loosening up. You can feel yourself loosening up. It's like you're getting back into yourself. You're getting back into your zone, specifically. Thoughts are in order. Actions are getting back in order. And that's because you put in the work. And I'm very happy to see that. There's something here about once upon a time, not too long ago, you found yourself very defensive, angry and or frustrated, and you've had to put in the work to bring that tension down, bring the energy down. Okay. It doesn't seem to have to do with the relationship. No. There's something here that frustrated you a great deal. And at several points, perhaps you were made to feel like you had lost your resolve or your sense of direction or willpower or empowerment. But no, you're getting back in alignment with that. And you're not alone. Ten of Cups, the Chariot, King of Pentacles. I see someone here who joins you. No, your side. This is someone who is part of your inner circle. For sure, part of your inner circle with the Ten of Cups and the Chariot and the King of Pentacles. You know who this is. This is not an unknown person. They are part of your inner circle. Okay, Ten of Cups, it's established then. And some way you know this person, family, friends, possibly a spouse here with the King of Pentacles here in an established zone with you. So yeah, it could be a spouse as well. So however that is to you, but they show up to you by your side. Emotionally, you're on a pathway with them, or at least that's how they recognize it. Strong sense of self, responsibility, reliability, accountability, provider, all that stuff. It's in there. It's good. Investment. They believe in what you two have. I'm just seeing them as someone who is quality and supportive. Okay? Nine of Swords, Five of Cups, Three of Wands. You're showing me personal disappointment. To be clear, I know some people watch tarot for interesting reasons. There's the expectation that it's supposed to be about them. No. You're showing me recovery at the personal level. They're showing me a support system attached to you. This is individual frustration and disappointment. Nine of Swords, Five of Cups, Three of Wands. It's like you waited a long time to find out something wasn't going to work out. And it disappoints you. It frustrates you. But you went out of your way to learn why that wasn't a bad thing. Okay? Gosh, you spent a lot of time worrying, is that thing going to work out? Is that thing going to work? Because you put a lot of investment into waiting. It's not an accusation. It's just, it's already happened. And it's like, man, me fussing and worrying about this thing coming to fruition, or is it going to happen? It took up a lot of time. And having to come to terms with that, allowing yourself to understand the results, because they seem to be here at long last, and learning to let it go, the expectation to go, the anticipation to go, letting it go. It's kind of like saying, I knew in some way whatever this is I was expecting or anticipating wasn't going to work out. I knew it was going to disappoint me personally, but still, I lingered. I don't quite know what that is, but I'm happy to see the Emperor is sitting upright in his throne and feeling a lot more in command, managing your expectations, and also, once more, exuding a certain authority over yourself and how you live your life. Temperance, 7 Wands, Knight of Swords, like I said, literally getting back on track, back into alignment with who you are. And that 7 of Wands, no doubt, was the source of the tension here. And I'm sure at some point you got defensive about why you were waiting for something. And how long it was taking. But like, no, I want to let that go. It's so long in my history now, I can actually associate it with the past. I can let it go. I want to. It's beneath me. I don't want to keep anticipating. That's stupid. The Emperor doesn't sit there and wait, because then he wouldn't be a very good Emperor. Has to know when to take charge. Has to know when to act. And that's exactly what you're getting back into. Someone who is focused. Someone who has purpose. Okay? I don't know what that is, but yeah, like I said, there's a lot of time invested in waiting for it just to kind of know how things were going to shake out. You know what I mean? And that's going to frustrate anybody. But I'm happy to see that you have a person here of support, of love, support. What looks like sound mind and body. There's that 9 of Wands. 2 of Swords, uncertainty. Uncertainty. What was it? What was it that you were thinking was going to come through? It's going to come through. It's going to come through. I know it. I know it. But again, a part of you had been waiting on that for so long. It had become literally a part of your emotional history right there at the 5 of Cups and disappointment. What was it? You're saying that's the part that frustrates you and still kind of low-key pisses you off to this day. Why did I do that? Yeah, I know. It's really easy for me to tell people, don't wait. Don't wait. Don't wait. I wouldn't wait. I would never wait. But we do it all the time. Whether we acknowledge it or not, that's why I tell people you need to consciously choose waiting. Whether something works out or it doesn't, you're going to pay the bill. Time. Time is the bill you pay. So use your time wisely. Right? And that's the thing that pisses you off. What is it that didn't come through? Was it work? Oh, it was work. Oh, honey, I'm sorry. Oh, I'm sorry. You know, 6 of... Thank you for that. He's like, fine. Here, do you like that? I was like, what is it? And you're like, fine. You want to know? Yeah, 6 of Pentacles flew out. And something here didn't balance. It didn't take. God, you put a lot of effort into it, specifically waiting for this thing to shape the hell up. An opportunity, but also balance is a very, very generic cover term, at least the 6 of Pentacles is, for any sort of priority we have in reality. Okay? Anything we go back and forth with. Something here would not go back and forth with you in a way that was consistent, meaningful, or productive. Hence, it takes away from our way of life. It does not add to it. It's like, I always knew that damn thing was going to balance, but I waited. And I knew better, but I did it anyway. Honey, it could have been anything, but I just know it showed up as a tangible opportunity that you went... I'll give it... And what you were really juggling with here was time. I don't think it was resources so much. I hope not. But it looks like it was time, because time is still spendable, as discussed. Okay? I think we got that. I'm glad to see that you gave that up. You let go. You had so much history waiting on this thing to balance. Like, seriously, you can actually note it as a point of subject in your recent past. All right? That's all done now. That's all done. I'm glad that you are back on track with you, back in alignment with you. We dropped any sort of false expectations and any waiting surrounding it. Okay. Resources were taken. I just said maybe not resources and money. But time, energy, effort, once more, time is spendable. Once you spend it, you can't get it back. That's why I say it's spendable, because it is. Resources, the mice in reverse, no longer nibbling away at your time or your resources. They're takers, they're not givers. I'm sorry, but also not sorry that balance didn't work out. Okay? You're showing me it was a waste of time. No, it wasn't. You learned something. We only fail if we refuse to learn. Okay? And a tree of life, getting back on track with what actually matters. The Ten of Pentacles, the tree of life. This is our inheritance. This is our legacy, as indicated by the map on the tree. Okay? The genetic code, everything that we passed down. This is what's important. Pathway. You had the key. You got confused. You got confused there real quick. But we had the key to release ourselves from that maze and get back on the path. It's like understanding, reflecting on, acknowledging, this is not worth the wait. This is not part of my path, man. This is not what I do. This is not what makes me an emperor. This is not what makes me a force to be reckoned with. You're right. So good job here. I'm glad to see your thoughts and your spirit are back in alignment. I'm glad to see you have a person of support here. Trust, time, nostalgia, memories. Part of that balance, like I said, it was with you for so long it became a memory. That's how long we waited on this balance. There's something in that nostalgia, the memory of it. You probably put a lot of thought and feeling in just hoping this will work out for the sake of the past. I mean, we got to let that go, honey. We got to trust in divine timing. Divine timing with patience here and timing. We transcended above this and found unity for ourselves. That situation, whatever it was, it will work itself out in the end, just not right now. Not the way you're looking at it or you were looking at it. With certain expectations. This has more to do with intimate connections. We're going to pass on that one. Okay. It's not a slight. It's simply just discernment on my part. Literally, those oracles do not fit your situation. Okay. In SIC, we have the medallions of you and Cancer. You might have, of course, you might be a double, triple, quad Gemini, in which case, hello. That's a lot to work with. And you also might have some Cancer in your chart. Also, you could be connected to any of these signs in these seasons might be important to you. Did we cover everything? Yeah. For the most part, Gemini, honey, like I said, this is why I have the intro that I do. Yeah, I might see someone here of a significant other, but also, P.S., they may not be the main concern. I'm happy to see, though, that they're with you. That's a solid figure. They've seen this. They've been witness to your waiting. They've witnessed you witnessing waiting. Like, perhaps they might have gently or perhaps not so gently encouraged you to let it go. I don't know. They're a person of support, so they understand what their role was. Okay? So no, they're lovely. It's this situation, guys. I'm happy to see that you gave up this situation. Anything that was meant to work out would have proven itself sooner rather than later. And if something comes back around in divine time to resolve itself, that's when it's appropriate. Okay, but not when it's eating at our resources and our time. All right, Gemini, honey, I hope this helped you. Put in the comments. Take care. Be well. Libra, what's up? Oh. Show me Libra, please. Okay. Like always, we're going to start with your side of the board, right? What does that explain in the intro? Reverse energies, as you see fit. The Hanged Man. Judgment. Whoa. Nine of Cups. Okay. All right. The Magician. The Emperor. Queen of Swords. Three of Swords. The Ace of Cups. Strength. Ooh, yeah. Queen of Cups. Oh. You're showing me that typically you're a big-hearted person, Queen of Cups, and that you appreciate the fundamental elements of love, being open to giving and receiving. But there's something here that feels like it's coming along and it's asking for a judgment call. Something a little bit more on the personal side, as opposed to, well, you know, I love my family, I love my friends, and that's beautiful, right? When you love with a strong heart, loyal heart, too. Yeah, something's coming up for you that's a little more specific. Libra, the universe is saying, we're going to give you a choice soon. Yeah. And you are being given a choice soon. The Hanged Man, Judgment, Nine of Cups. It's going to involve basically your own sense of readiness. What do you think about all this? And is it good for you? Nine of Cups. But based on your lessons and sense of timing and where you are today, not where you were a month ago, not where you were a season ago or a couple of years ago, but where you are today, okay? In terms of your heart and what you're feeling, and are you feeling strong enough? Are you feeling ready enough? Universe wants to know, and somebody else wants to know, if you will be my Valentine or something like that. So I know we're nowhere near Valentine's Day, but that's what it kind of feels like. It feels special. It's kind of strong too. So I know it's real, but the thing is are you ready for it? I know that when you love from the heart, you mean it, right? You do. But this has more to do with you. Personal. Choosing love, choosing to be in love, that kind of thing. So does it speak to you? By the time this arrives, all you really have to ask yourself, does this speak to you? What do you think? Okay? What do you think? You've had enough lessons, you've had enough insight, you've had a lot of time to think about this. And I tell you why. Somebody has chosen to point their energy and their mind and their spirit towards you. Powerfully, too. It's not random at all. This is not someone who is like, fishing or playing the odds. This is someone who has intent, which I have to say is impressive because I do this all day, every day. So I don't really see too many people with focused intent like that. So that's already quite flattering. So this is someone who knows themselves very well. The Emperor's at the heart of the reading. So they do understand who they are. They don't seem to have much confusion about that. And the Emperor and Empress, once more, are interested in their equals, not their lessers. So the fact that they're pointing their manifestation towards you, their focus towards you, and their will towards you suggests in some way, from their point of view, they've already perceived you as an equal. As they should. But yeah, no, they're making no bones about it. They're very honest. Oh, yeah. No, I'm manifesting my will in your direction. So it's focused. It's super focused. Yeah. Like I said, it's very flattering when somebody actually has intent and plans and focus and thoughts, and they're willing to speak on their own behalf, which again, I feel like that's becoming increasingly uncommon. Someone who's willing to speak the truth and stand in it. Love or otherwise, it doesn't matter. So yeah, this is... It's impressive. But whether you're impressed with it or not, that's not the point. Are you ready? Okay? Are you ready? Universe wants to know, they want to know, and you're going to want to know. Three of Swords, Ace of Cups, Strength. Do you have the strength to open up? They do. They did. Or they're gonna. I know that you have had some heartbreak here that you've been working through, again, at the individual level when it comes to love or being in love. Something that's a little bit more than this is who I am generally. Okay? Queen of Cups, King of Cups, beautiful. It's a great way to live. It's a beautiful way to operate. Not everybody's comfortable with it. So I know this is who you are, but this is different. This is personal. Okay? Are you ready? Do you want to? Do you have strength to open your heart towards this? That would mean really kind of capping that heartbreak you've experienced. I don't know when. You would know. Capping that and saying, okay, I move forward in this direction, or we're going to push it away. Strength works both ways. It takes strength to do this, pull towards us, and to push away. It depends on the severity of your Three of Swords. Because somebody can come in as an absolute stunner, dressed beautifully, that's more like King, Queen of Wands, but have a strong resume like the King, Queen of Pentacles. But to have someone's total focus like that, I'm here because I want to be. Let me actually give you the reasons why. Yeah, I don't get that too often. So, yeah, I want to know. Are you going to have the strength to open up to this? They did. They have heartbreak too. This is shared. They know what it's like to have a broken heart. But clearly they see that you are someone who is worth healing, getting over it, or overcoming the past if it means connecting to their equal. So I've seen that they've chosen you. What will you choose? Tarot is the proof of choice, not the absence of it. You get to choose. Hanged Man, Judgment, Nine of Cups. Based on your own sense of wish fulfillment and readiness. I remember I had a reading like this not too long ago where it's like, hey, you got powerful choice attached to you. Good luck. It's like, why didn't you tell me? What the fuck are you talking about? You expect the tarot lady to tell you what to choose? Live life and find out. It seems to me we got the skills to figure it out here. You know, you should do. So don't be one of those people. In some way, when they cross your timeline, or yours, theirs, and the energy will present itself, and then you'll know. Seems to me you would know. I don't know why their pointing is so important, and you've had a lot of time to think about it. Well, your overall sense of Ace of Cups. Do you want to be in love again? Do you want to try again? Do you want to take a shot again? You've had time to think about it. Why don't you tell me what I'm going to do? You think I get those comments? Why didn't you tell me what I'm going to do? What you're going to do? You might want to check out the description box, honey. People can tell me. This person told me. They told me clearly what they're going to do. It's you. Seems to me, though, it's your heart that's going to choose. Not so much your spirit, not so much your mind, but your heart. Okay? Eight of Wands, Four of Swords, and the King of Wands, and there it is. Yeah, someone here's put a lot of thought into their words. Speaking of King of Wands, yeah. Good presentation on that one. Goodwill, too. I don't want to dismiss that, but yeah, good presentation. They want you to take them seriously. So they've rested on their words a great deal. Again, there's nothing about this person that's random, or they were suddenly turned on by you, like, all of a sudden. And it's like, you know what, I think I'm going to... No, this person had a plan. So that one's coming on in soon. Okay. Your call. I'm just going to stop there. I don't see the point in pressing the point once more. Based on what you understand about wish fulfillment, self-interest, self-love, are you ready? I can see that water is your primary operating element. Some of you might have some very strong water in your chart. That aside, you tend to lean into what you can give and receive love in. I can tell that you've been heartbroken over that very subject, and for the most part, you've done a good job recovering. So is it time? They're pointing this one out for a reason. This isn't a page. This isn't some knight running around trying to dip his wick. You know what I'm saying? This is someone who has substance. They don't want you to miss that. Okay? Or at least to give yourself the opportunity to choose. If in some way that's what you were manifesting, a person of substance, that would be nice. Okay. So be present. Be mindful of your abundance and your gratitude in the moment, in the here and now. Yes. Don't lose sight of that. It's attraction. The attraction's there. Yes, I see that. For some of you, Libra might be your Mars placement. FYI. Okay. To receive, open. Are you going to open? Do you receive that? The energy's before you. Some of you, Libra might be your North Node, by the way. Okay. All right. Yeah, we don't need to push too much more on this one. Oh, sorry, my elbow locked. Oh, see, she who bears the rose. I know you're ready. I feel that you are ready. I think you strongly suspect you're ready too. But you need to be presented with the option or the evidence. You know? Number 29, I strongly feel that that's you. She who bears the rose. Lovely, warm, soft, romantic, sensual, yes, loving. Loving and available. Don't get me wrong. It can be intimidating when somebody presents that level of forward thinking and forward will, more to the point with the Emperor and the Queen of Swords. It may not come across as romantic, but I promise you it's the intent. Okay? It's the intent that counts. Not the flash, not the amount of stuff or shit somebody has, but the intent. Their intent towards you is phenomenal. Okay? Somebody who actually knows their mind and knows their will. Yeah. 39. In the reverse, community. This is not someone who's part of your community. It might surprise you. Oh! Someone who is not in your immediate vicinity, perhaps. Or you don't share overlapping networks, community resources, something like that. This is new. This is a... Or you two have never crossed paths, or perhaps they're new to the community. I don't know, but it's not part of your known network. I don't think so. Oh my. Very specific. Courthouse 23, very official. Yes, I see that. Someone who likes officiousness. That could be you, though. Most likely it is, since you are Justice 23. What do you understand is correct for you? Okay. 23. All right. Officially, what is your word? What are your thoughts? This one I'm less interested in. This seems to be for people, once more, who have more of that shoulda, coulda, woulda energy. But we'll go ahead and pull from this, and perhaps it'll give me more background. Whereas this person seems to be an unknown entity. That's not a bad thing. Are you willing to take a risk on the unknown? I mean, apparently you have no pre-existing connection with this person. Okay, you're mine. You're mine. I don't think that's coming from them. Finding myself. Oh, okay. I think where you're coming from, finding myself at 3 of Swords, you really thought you were in it with somebody. You thought you were theirs, they were yours, and somebody's like, I need to find myself, and fucked off, right? That's the thing with finding myself. When you hear that in reality, take it seriously. I believe you when you say you need to find yourself. I'm sure you do. You seem like a wanderer. You seem like you're lost. I'm not your map. X does not mark the spot. Go find yourself somewhere else in someone else's timeline, but better yet, heal your own. Find yourself before you feel like you can find someone else. But you really thought your heart was claimed. There's that sense of your mind, and then somebody else like, I need to find myself, but I can't be here. Okay. Yeah. I do believe it. I honestly believe it when people say I need to find myself. Whenever somebody says that, that has become what you call an unintentional red flag. When somebody says find myself, okay, I believe you. You probably do. Don't try to find yourself with me, though. Don't. That somebody, it's another way of saying I need to work on myself. So that in and of itself, when you hear it enough, it becomes a red flag. It's like, you know this isn't going to go anywhere. You know. You just know. Nor should it. You don't want to be connected to someone who doesn't quite know who they are. Well, this person doesn't suffer from that problem. This is the opposite of finding myself. This is, oh, I found myself a long time ago. Okay. 2 X's. See, why did I say X? X marks the spot. I know I'm talking about your ex. I know I am. With these oracle cards. That's why I was hesitant to pull them. It doesn't say too much about fresh connections at all. Is it X by B? Anyway, we have the Medallion of Taurus. You might have some strong Taurus in your chart. Could be connecting to, or this might be important to you. Okay, Libra, honey. I hope this helped you. I do. Put in the comments. Take care. Be well. Taurus. What's up? Show me Taurus, please. There we go. What's going on? Like always, we're going to start with your side of the board, but just explain the intro. Reverse those energies as you see fit. Okay. Oh. 5 of Swords, Queen of Cups. Oh, honey, no. 2 of Pentacles. Okay. 6 of Wands. Three of Pentacles and the Knight of Swords. Okay. Okay. Yeah. Okay. King of Cups, Knight of Wands, and Death. I agree. Good. I'm so proud of you already. Good job. I'm not saying it's easy. No, these things are not easy. The point is put this easy aside. Okay? Nothing about life is terribly convenient, even when things are going well. Put that aside. Is it right? Yes or no? Is this correct for you? Yes or no? And you're like, no, it ain't. It ain't. And you know it isn't. Eight of Cups, you've already become more and more disinclined every day to disengage with this. You're shutting it down emotionally, and then I see you taking the walk. And as you should. This is the kind of thing I want to say can't sustain, but yeah, if somebody wants to feed the lie, they will. I just don't want them to feed the lie too long, because then that becomes our way of life, and we don't want that. Anyway, Eight of Cups, yeah, you're emotionally detaching as we speak, and as you should, because let me tell you what you've been investing in: false emotions. Five of Swords, Queen of Cups. I am totally open to love on this one. I am open to giving and receiving love on. I know I am, because I said so. But then you spent so much time compromising yourself with that Two of Pentacles. How can I give to this the least and get away with it? And that's how we know we're lying to ourselves. You shouldn't have to juggle shit. You're either open to giving and receiving love, or you're not. It's not something we're supposed to compromise, but humans are clever. We'll figure it out. And for a while there, you messed with that. It's like, I'm so open to giving and receiving love on this one. I'm not lying to myself. I'm not. I'm totally open. I'm totally down. I'm totally down for the investment. I love this. I know I do. Yes. And I'm completely 100% authentically present for this connection all the time. Two of Pentacles. I don't want to give this shit. Okay. Proof is in the pudding. The more you authentically love something or somebody, you show up for it. You don't have to minimize it. You don't have to compromise with yourself. You don't have to do the white lie thing. Well, I know I love this, and I do. It's just I keep finding these 5,000 other things to do other than spend time with them. That's a big clue right there. Okay? So I'm glad to see that at some point you drew a line in the sand and said, I'm going to stop lying to myself. I'm going to stop going back and forth on this bullshit. This is ridiculous. I shouldn't have to do this. This is not love. And honestly, I don't want to receive anything from this person or the situation anymore. And I'll tell you why. Six of Wands, Three of Pentacles, Knight of Swords. That feels a little weird to me. Okay. First of all, I'm not happy with the friendship card there. And several folks have been getting an increase of that lately. A sort of compromising friendship where we understand there's more involved and crap like that. I'm glad to see more and more people opting out of it, but I've also seen an increase of it too. So I have someone here attached to. It looks like it's one in the bag for them. Six of Wands, so I can see that confidence is involved, yes. Attraction's involved, yes. But some ego is in there too, okay? Six of Wands kind of has ego built into it. Now, don't get me wrong, I'm all for celebrating people. Job well done, triumph. You earned your Six of Wands, baby. You go ahead and ride high in the streets of recognition. You earned it. You killed it. But showing me kind of pride and ego, I got that Taurus to settle for friendship. It's not impressed. It looks like a duck. It walks like a duck. It quacks like a duck. It's probably a fucking duck. You can quote me, okay? Except, we're friends. I'm attracted to you, and I kind of get off on that, but yeah, we're friends. And you're over here telling yourself, I love this. And they love me too. I know they do. I know they do. At some point, honey, you became disenchanted with what you were experiencing, and the fact that you kept trying to find ways to opt out told you what was up. It looks like an ego thing. They're getting off on it. They're connecting to you because they know they can. I'm not impressed with that. And you shouldn't be either. Never mind lying to yourself about it. Okay? So I'm not getting too much from their energy. And the fact that that's focus. That's a mental thought and an action. Okay, they know what they're getting from this, and it ain't much. But they got you over here believing in emotions and shit, and you're like, no. No. Someone's playing into the attention. Okay, and that's it. That's all they're good for is attention. It's a one-trick pony right there. I'm here for attention, but I want you to believe it's feelings. Okay, King of Cups, Knight of Wands, and Death. Yeah, no. You have some beautiful elements in you. You really do. You do believe in love, and you do believe in passion, by the way. There's nothing wrong with that. It's how we're using it here, and it's kind of like, clearly they played into one in order to get to the other, and I just, I'm not cool with that. It does feel like you were being used. Yeah, I do. For your attention, for ego strokes, because it could. It wanted to know it could. It wanted to know it could connect to you, but still get away with calling you a friend, shit like that. So this is not something to respect. This is not something to admire. And this is not something to indulge in. Never mind lie to yourself about feelings that you have for them and that you're pretty sure they have for you too. You're pretty sure. Pretty sure that's authentic, right? I'm sure they have an authentic heart on. Yes. I'm sure. I'm sure that they have some authentic flirtation when it comes to you. I'm sure they have some authentic attraction when it comes to you. But also they made it clear, we're just friends. So no, I want you to take these beautiful elements that you clearly possess. You have authentic heart. You have authentic passion. It's a beautiful combination there, the King of Cups and the Knight of Wands. And I want you to take that and end this stupidness. I don't want you to transform it. I just want you to stop the supply to this. It doesn't get you. It doesn't appreciate you. It has no idea how much emotional conflict you went through in order to connect to this person's heart-on. Okay? Okay. Now, you're like, wait, hold on. That's technically shared. Yeah, I'm saying you being the driver on this line. Yeah, you want to go for the technical route? Technically, they are capable of love. Technically, they are capable of more authentic or genuinely felt passion. And they've chosen not to show you that. So that tells me then you fell for the potential, not the proof. What proof they gave you, we're friends. They got off on it. They got off being your friend. What kind of friend is that? You don't need that shit in your life. Okay. Unless you want, honey, if you want to just fuck around, you can fuck around like they're doing. Point is that you put your heart in it. So I know it wasn't fucking around to you. But that didn't stop them, did it? Two of Pentacles. Queen of Pentacles, Judgment. Yeah, that's a great summary. Thank you, Spirit. I appreciate that. That's perfect. Two of Pentacles, Queen of Pentacles, Judgment. You know from experience that you are above this. You know from experience you shouldn't be doing a Two of Pentacles with your heart space, never mind with a Five of Swords. You know from a place of real value about who the hell you are and based on lessons you shouldn't be doing this shit. Right? Sometimes we need reminders. And you got one. You got one. No more reminders, though. You're saying you're good. No more reminders on that one. Right? When you open up to the real deal, it should be the real deal. And you shouldn't feel like you were flirted with or fucked around with in order to do it. Okay? It's not cool. And that's what happened. Yeah, think about that. You've had time to think about it. Please. Okay. Otherwise, Five of Cups. I know it's regretful. I know. I know. I know it's sad. I understand that. So you take that and do something with it. Say, I have a beautiful emotional self. I have, a lovely, natural, passionate self, and it was used against me. It's not going to happen again. Okay? There you go, baby. That's exactly what I'm talking about. I want you to pull rank on this, because something tells me if it thinks it can approach you and just throw some attract you, flirt with you a little bit, it will continue to do so. So this is what I want you to do right here. That's you. All right, there you go. There's Taurus, remembering Taurus. Oh yeah, I don't stand for this shit. Five of Pentacles, Three of Pentacles. You can take your friendship and you can shove it. Not in me, but somewhere else. Okay? I don't do these friendships. Thanks. Thanks for the memories, even though they weren't so great. All right. Who was that? Was that Fall Out Boy? Thanks for the memories, even though they weren't so great. He tastes like you, but sweeter. Oh, yeah. Ain't that a bitch? Okay. No. You're doing the right thing. Completely break from this friendship. Stop feeding it. Stop feeding it, and it won't try to come back around with that crap. Roll the dice. It left you feel like you were in want of more. I understand that. Let's get that focus, please. I understand. We took a risk on this. I got you. Well, it's like now that you know, adjudication, and this family room, and these are not your values. In fairness to you and what you've been experiencing here, these are not your values, okay? This is not what you believe in. Remember this. Oh, and I am sorry, honey. Everybody gets hit with these friendships from time to time. We all do. You know, at some point, we cotton on to it. It's like, oh yeah, this is beneath me. You don't really feel any way towards me other than attraction. You remind yourself of that, you dust yourself off, you pick yourself up, you tell that thing to fuck off, and then you're out. That's it. That's all any of us can do. Just don't repeat it. I'm single, you're on your own. I'm on my own now. I bet. No, I'm single. Oh, I'm on my own. Oh, no, I'm not with them. No. Or that's what they were saying. We're just friends. Taurus and me, we're just friends. I'm single. Oh, I'm sure they were. I'm sure they were. I'm sure they were. But I largely see that coming from you. Oh, I detached from that situation. Yeah, no, I'm single now. Good. That means you're lining up to say yes to something else. Or you have been. Well done. Nervous. 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 What about the nervous? What, they made you nervous? The butterfly shit? Yeah, that's normal. That kind of basic attraction at introduction is normal. The nervousness, the butterflies, and people are like, oh, the nervous, oh, the butterflies. Yeah, that suggests instability, but you are having a chemical reaction. Yeah. It's not meant to be a sustaining element. Eventually, the butterflies dissolve into something that's real. Okay, it stops being this wonderful light thing into I'm just nerves all the time with you because I feel the bullshit in this. You know, it doesn't feel calm at all. You don't make me feel calm. You don't make me feel secure, and you don't make me feel loved. Third eye, clarity. Yeah, we've had some insight. I should imagine. Oh no, use your third eye, use your intuition. You've had some strong clarity. You know the score, you know what's up. And I'm being so direct with you because your energy's being so direct with me. And I love it. Epiphany, breakthrough. Hell yes. Yeah, no, the points are landing home. They're occurring to you now. I mean, you opened up with the Ace of Cups. You know. And even if you don't know up here, you know in here. Okay? You might lean more into the intuitive process as opposed to, like, say, the intellectual thought. All right? And that's perfectly fine. But also your spirit knows. Your spirit knows you're being dicked around with. C, S, L, E, and I. All right, we have the medallion of Virgo. Keyword here being practical. So you have some very strong Virgo in your chart. Could be connecting to it this season. Might be important to you. Taurus, honey. You know what? We all get something like this. I know Capricorn for a fact has had a couple like this. And even I'm like, I'm sick of seeing it, Capricorn. So I'm not trying to be dismissive of what you experienced. No, this sucks. This hurts. It hurts when we lie to ourselves. And it hurts when we feel like we were being alluded to or led by the teeth by something we thought wanted us in a certain way. And they didn't. It was just, you know, they had their own particular agenda. I know. The thing is that you're handling it. And you're handling it well. You know your heart's so much bigger than this, and your passion's so much bigger than this. Okay, you're bigger than a butterfly or two. Okay? All right. Still, good job. And if this isn't yours, you should have known to check out your other placements by now. All right? That's it. That's all. I hope this helped, though, at the end of the day. Put in the comments. Take care. Be well. Virgo. What's up? Show me Virgo, please. Show me Virgo. Like always, we're going to start with your side of the board, but as I explain the info and first energies as you see fit. Oh, goodness. Oh, 5 of Wands, 9 of Swords, Temperance. Oh, good. I was getting worried there for a second. Okay. Okay. 10 of Swords, the Wheel of Fortune, and the Page of Pentacles. Okay. It took a while, but okay. 7 of Wands, the Fool, and the 2 of Pentacles. I mean, it is up to you. Trust yourself. 4 of Pentacles. I know. You're holding on to this for a reason. It's because you're actually working through it. So again, I've been seeing an increase of that. People showing me the appropriate use of the 4 of Pentacles. It's yes, I'm holding on, but it's because I'm working through it. Okay? It's slow. And you're right. It is a slow process. You are unpacking a lot in there. 5 of Wands, 9 of Swords, Temperance. That's anger. That's frustration. That's I'm pissed off and I'm anxious and I'm in my head all the time. And then being in your head all the time made you mad all over again. And then being mad put you back in your head again. So it was like that for a while. And the 4 of Pentacles is something that you couldn't just let go. I mean, that was active, though. It was actively working through it, so I congratulate you for that. Like I said, a lot of people just hold on for the sake of it. They don't actually do anything with it. So you did. You worked through your anger. You worked through your frustration. You have been working through your anxious thoughts, particularly how those two relate back and forth between anger and fear and anger. I understand. And typically, if we feel like we've had enough of one, we will often switch into the other, which is what you did. And then Temperance is trying to soothe that whole thing. So you've learned a lot, but it took time. But I congratulate you once more for you actually did something with what you were holding on to. I'm very proud of you. Right? Because there's a lot of people who hold on to that crap. They'll never let it go. They'll never let go of the anger and the bitterness and the resentment and the fears. It's like, I have reason to hold on to it. Yeah, but you are forcing yourself to eat poison, right? Expecting someone else to die. That's what holding on to that negativity does. Okay? And you don't want to do that anymore. So good for you. And the more you work through it, the more you'll be able to reasonably say, I'm letting this go. Okay? Again, for you, for yourself, and who you are. 10 of Swords, Wheel of Fortune, Page of Pentacles. Well, that took a minute. The thing that upset you, that hurts you, they say it hurt me too. Okay, fair. They were subject to it in some way. Here's what's wild to me is that it looks like some time has passed, considerable time. Mind you, not a week, not a month. Some time has passed between you and this person. This connection, this something. Possibly situation, I don't know. But for some of you, you've been working through this for a long time. Piece by piece. Knocking it out. And you can honestly say, for the most part, you're at peace with this subject. Over here, though, it's like 10 of Swords, Wheel of Fortune, Page of Pentacles. Time has passed for this person as well. Wheel of Fortune has occurred for them. Time has fast-forwarded, and where they find themselves today is a Page of Pentacles towards you. I don't know what that means. It could mean anything. Especially for someone you haven't connected to in a long time, and for some of you it's years. I don't know what that Page of Pentacles is supposed to mean after all this time. I don't know. So they kind of lost me there at the Wheel of Fortune, because I get it. They were subject to this too. 10 of Swords, they have their own pain. They have their own grievances. I don't know if they put any work into it like you did. I have no idea if they learned to let it go like you did, or show patience with yourself. And I have no idea. They showed it with the Page of Pentacles, and honey, that could be any fucking thing. In reality. A word, an expression, a gift, I have no idea. 7 of Wands, the Fool, 2 of Pentacles, rightfully so. You both hesitate, rightfully so. It took them a long time to drop that Page of Pentacles. Again, that could mean anything. I don't know how sincere it is. I have no idea if there's any love in it. I have no idea if there's any consideration. I don't know what it is. So I have no more advice to give you on what it means. I don't know. You will in time, and you can figure it out for yourself. But Seven of Wands, the Fool, Two of Pentacles, rightfully so, you both hesitate. Rightfully so, you both are less than enthused about how to approach this. And should you open up, and they decided to already, so I've already kind of subtracted their page from that Two of Pentacles fluctuation. What remains is you. Do you accept that? Do you extend something in return? I don't know. But yeah, so that Wheel of Fortune includes their energy too. They've been hesitant, reluctant, cautious, blocking, being open towards this until that happened. And then I can honestly say one of those pentacles got subtracted. Okay. There's a remainder of one, and that's you. What do you do? Do you block? Do you cautiously open up? Do you cautiously accept that? Like what? I don't know. You haven't seen it yet, so I don't know. I don't want you to lose sight of all your hard work. Okay? So however it is you choose to proceed, know that you can handle it. If you say, no thank you, or you say nothing at all, or you choose to accept whatever that is, understand that it's right for you. Understand if something's wrong for you. That's it. I'm just here to show you more or less what I'm seeing. It's not conclusive. Again, why would it be? Hasn't happened yet. After all this time, I think a big part or chunk of what you had to work through is to ever expect hearing from this again. So again, why would you be prepared for that Page of Pentacles and how to deal with it? The Magician, Knight of Swords, Ten of Swords. Manifesting the will to do something despite that Ten of Swords. Okay. All right, to do something. It looks like it took a while for that manifestation, the idea, the thought, how to approach this, what it would look like, finding the focus, planning it. It took a while for that manifestation to come through, so that in some respects accounts for their Wheel of Fortune. But if it was looking for a reason, how about just acknowledging the pain? It's like, if you need a reason or an excuse to address the obvious, I still don't think you're doing it right. Start off by addressing what happened. Make peace, balance that way. Anyway, sorry, Justice, the Sun, the Nine of Pentacles, like I said, whatever is right for you, you get to decide that as a person. As an independent, can stand on my own 2 feet, Virgo. What do you choose for you? That is right for you. That is literally what that looks like, what is right for you. I don't know what's in that Page of Pentacles. It could be an apology. I don't know why it had to take so long for it to be a point of focus. Boy, I don't know. Ace of Swords. Yeah, the truth will do just fine in situations like this. The truth will do just fine. But yeah, I can't pretend there is an opportunity here. To put yourself into it. But you have to know it's right for you. The energy has to feel right to you. And understand that it's correct for you. Okay? I don't know if you're interested in new beginnings. It's more like, how do I handle this at all, if at all? Okay? Fate, detours, divine interventions. It's coming through when it's supposed to come through. When it was meant to. Wish fulfillment, facade, false beliefs. Okay. And someone was wearing a mask about what they really wanted. That never helps. Yeah. Wish fulfillment, Nine of Cups, more or less false beliefs, Five of Swords. If somebody had to come to terms with the fact that what happened here is not what they wanted. Stop telling themselves that they're satisfied with the result because they weren't, you know. Okay. I'm fine with how things ended up. Clearly you weren't, but you know what? You admitted that you had to look at this too, and that's why you held on to it. Journey 10. Some of you are going on a journey soon, or you're coming back from one soon. You appreciate a good trip, a long trip, or that this whole process, better put, has been quite the journey for you. Quite the healing journey. Occupation, sudden wealth. I don't know about sudden wealth, especially since it's next to occupation, but some of you have been working very hard to increase your security, and it shows. It shows. So it might seem like you have a lot now. Look at where you're coming from. So you've been working very hard on change. Change for yourself personally, security, all that good stuff, and you've done a good job, okay? You have. New Oracle deck. You're mine, yeah. Jealousy. It's like I say, perhaps I was yours. There's a lot of past tense in there. For real. You're mine, jealousy. The idea of I can't let you go. Okay. Yeah, somebody has a jealous streak. A little bit of possessive qualities in there. I don't know why. There's nothing here to indicate that you two are each other's. You were, perhaps once upon a time, and then you weren't for some time after that. But yeah, somebody might have a bit of a jealous streak. That could have what caused the tension. That could have what caused the arguing or the bickering, or someone had a wish fulfillment facade, Five of Swords, with a sense of wish fulfillment. It's weird because it leaves room to reject what we're feeling, but at the same time we still feel possessive of it, which is odd. So again, overall sense of denial about what this was. I don't want this, but I still very much covet it. You're going to splinter yourself that way. All right, B, Z, S. We have the butterfly, a sign of Aquarius, Aries, Cancer, and Virgo, of course, and Scorpio being the butterfly here. You might have these very strong placements in your chart. Could be connected to their season, might be important to you. Virgo, wow. Well, you got some things to figure out for yourself. I don't know when that Page of Pentacles drops. I have no idea, but it gives you something to think about. For some of you, it won't be until, you guessed it, your season, which is right around the corner. That might actually lead into a succession of dates, September, October, and November. Okay, no later than, I think. No later than Libra season, I don't believe. That would be up until the point of October. Okay. I'm not telling you to wait. You've done that. I'm just saying, if I'm looking for a timeline, that's the closest I could get it. All right, Virgo, like I said, I hope it helped. Put in the comments. Take care. Be well. Capricorn, welcome to your Sunday check-in. Show me Capricorn, please. All right, what's going on? Like always, we're going to start with your side of the board, but as I explain the intro, reverse those energies as you see fit. Show me Capricorn. Ace of Cups, the Lovers, and the Three of Wands. Devil, I had a feeling, as I say, I don't think I've seen your card too much today. I'm like, I'm going to see it on Capricorn. I know I will. Yeah, Three of Cups and the Magician. Bruh. Page of Swords. I gather that. The Hierophant and the Seven of Swords. Look, I could understand that reasonably up until a point, and then I saw this. And then my higher self kicked in and went, ugh. I'm sorry. Hold on, we'll get to it. Four of Wands. You're showing me that you feel or felt a relationship in some way. You felt like it was yours in some way, spiritual or emotional, and I'm saying spiritual and formally emotional. And I do believe you're a Capricorn who is still relationship oriented, just not towards this. But in some way, a part of you in your energy says, I recognize I was in that. You don't deny it, but you're also saying it's not mine or it's not for me. But I was in it. Like for some of you not too long ago, you were in it. The good news is with the Four of Wands, you do believe in it. You do believe in stability. You do believe in co-creating. You do believe in sharing a life and a world with somebody. Okay? You believe in commitment. And you still want those things, just not with this person, at least not right now, not as is. Fair. Eight of Cups, the Lovers, Three of Wands. We had to walk. Is it a walk forever? I don't know, but it's a walk for now. And like I said, you have good reason. I have the feeling, though, if you could have had a real, and I mean real, I don't mean to dismiss it, I mean real, a stable relationship with this person, if you could have done, you probably would have done. But there's too many elements here that speak to instability and the inability to commit. So there you go. Stand up for what you believe in, that kind of thing. So, Eight of Cups, the Lovers, Three of Wands, you're kind of saying, I'm sick of this. I feel you every day. I feel like I'm part of this connection every day. I feel like I'm in this relationship with you every day, but you're not here. You're never here. Not in the way I need you. Not in the way I need. So it's like, what do I value most? A relationship or my strong connection? Because when I'm connected to you, apparently I can't have both. Okay? I can have my strong feeling, but not necessarily stability. Again, it's not even 3D stability, Capricorn, which concerns me. It's spiritual and emotional stability. So you cannot continue to stay next to or wait for this connection to catch up to your needs. And I agree. Ace of Cups to Lovers, Three of Wands. And that includes waiting. I can't keep waiting on this thing to catch up to where I'm at. I can't. I can feel you all day long, but it doesn't mean anything if I can't have you. I understand. Okay? So you're showing me this is my preference for real relationships. To be clear, I would be choosing one with you if you were more available, but you're not. And just feeling strongly connected is enough for me. I agree. Yeah, feeling strongly connected to somebody isn't enough for me either. I get it. I get it. I know that wasn't easy for you. The Devil, Three of Cups, the Magician, so they are reflecting on you. It might be that you are connecting to fellow Capricorn, but very much in direct reflection of you. They want you back. They want to reconnect with you. It is coming across as possessive. This is mine. Mine. I want it. Mine. Mine. Like Cinnamon, when I'm teasing her, I take her toy on purpose, and she comes back and snatches it back. Mine. She's like, you can't have it. It's mine. She's possessive of her toys. Not her food. Not anywhere in the house. Just her toys. She's like, those are mine. You can't play. Anyway. But this is emotional possessiveness, and they're trying to summon you back, at least from the will, from the loins, from the spirit. I don't know. But it's a little unhealthy. Probably because you walked, not because you stayed. And by that I mean, looking at this, again, that was manageable. That can be worked through. Honestly, that can be worked through. It can. Devil's not always bad, as you know. Just like the Death card, right? People assume the worst. They have pros as much as they have cons. Okay, they do. So yeah, that's still workable. That still would have been manageable. And then I saw that and I was like, no. I lost all hope for that. And I think you did too, because that's the heart of the issue, isn't it? Page of Swords, Four of Wands. Swords, recognizing that you were part of a relationship was not an issue. Not for you. Page Seven of Swords is like so much denial, abject denial and avoidance. It looks Oh, it looks like I said, the inability to commit to what one believes in. It's what you might call, I don't know how to put this, spiritual cowardice. Like, I say I have these big beliefs, but I can't actually back them up, commit to them, say yes or no. I can never fully accept this connection, but I don't want to reject it. I feel strongly towards it, but I can't actually acknowledge the strength of that feeling. I admire the idea of it, but I can't actually claim it as mine. I want to touch it, but I don't want to commit to holding its hand full time. See what I'm saying? It's too much avoidance of what one believes. It's like I feel like someone's like, oh, I know what I believe, but it's in some way they find this connection very confrontational and they're not willing to look at it differently or address it with intent either. So I don't blame you for having walked. I think you waited. I know you did, honey. I'm not trying to call you out. It's just there. You waited on the strong connection long enough to be more of a presence in your life. Yeah, I hear you. You had to make that choice. Feeling strongly connected or actually having some sort of real relationship with them. And you're like, I'm sorry. I've had the strong feelings, but it's time for the real connection, and you can't step into real. You can't even acknowledge the strength of our own connection. Why should I wait for you? Fair. Anyway, will it always be like this? I don't know. Is it like this for now? Yep. I actually have no idea where you are in reality. But you have learned, it seems, to emotionally detach from this and expecting anything further from it. And again, I think that was very reasonable. Okay. Tower. The Four of Pentacles, Queen of Swords, radical acceptance and insight that was extremely uncomfortable at the time, I have no doubt. But radical acceptance and insight at the time to let this thing go, it's not worth holding on to. That's no easy thing, but it was also logical on your part. And like I said, you're right. You were not wrong. Okay? You were given direct evidence that whatever this is not worth waiting for. And that's what I say about waiting. People think they'd never get caught up waiting and things like this. Yeah, we can. And yeah, you will. For the right circumstances, yeah. The right feeling, the right whatever, yeah, you will. The Lovers, and exactly, it's just reiteration of the same point. It is unrequited, yes. And by that I mean the strong connection was there, but it wasn't lining up. Somebody was mentally ready, the other person wasn't mentally ready. Somebody was spiritually ready, the other person wasn't. There was emotional readiness on one person's part, and then 3D and so on and so forth. So that's what I mean by unrequited. Somebody might have felt one thing in an extraordinary fashion, but not the other things. Okay? Yeah. So, I know. And at some point, I'm sure you felt a little addicted to this too. Like, you get it, but you're saying that's also not an excuse. You felt it too. You were there. You were a witness. You showed me lovers. They showed me the devil. It's still here. You're like, you know what it's like. And in many ways you can sympathize, but you're like, that's not a relationship. I get you. It's like you went through the your mind possessive bullshit already. It's like, they're not mine. Otherwise I wouldn't be waiting for them, right? No, I know. Logic. It is. Rebirth. Some of you had a direct rebirth last winter or your last season. Okay? Your last season had a rebirth, I believe. You had insight, realization, messages, dreams. Yeah. For those of you, winter is not your timeline, but let's just call it December. December. The Venus, the offer of Venus. For some of you, specifically, Capricorn is your Venus placement. For those of you, you're saying the attraction was real and you don't deny that. The love felt at least on one person's side was real. There's self-care energy, but you understand you have to put that love into yourself now. Absolutely. Doing the right thing is a form of self-care. It just doesn't feel that way. In fact, at the time, it very much feels like it sucks. You know? But good job. You probably don't want to hear that, but good job. Difficult as it was, still, good job. There's more of that. The Institute, the Tower, the belief system, the Hierophant 19, a way of belief. You see how strongly that's built? It's non-negotiable. It can't be compromised. Somebody could either not change their beliefs or they weren't really in as tune with them as they thought they were or believed they were because they kept avoiding the subject. And then we have the star pointing due north. 16. 27, there's a letter, communication about intent, messages. You were concerned. Toil and labor, 38. A star. The message you had received was not what you had hoped it would be. Somebody could not stand by their own thoughts or convictions, and it came across in a very limp or sad or unauthentic way. It's like, this is not the communication I had thought it would be. And that happened specifically, I believe, for some of you in your last season, yes. I saw the disbelief of a message. No way. Where's the truth in this? There's no direction. Somebody here is not standing by what they believe. Mother wounds. The mother is a big influence on our behavior as adults. Somebody here has a challenging time connecting with the divine feminine self. In other words, seeking love from the right person and understanding that it's loving and nurturing and caring and not a threat or something to be collected. Okay? In other words, just collecting somebody's attention or their attraction for the sake of it. That's also part of the mother wound. So people who form romantic relationships because they just want to harvest some of that softer feminine energy, but they have no intention of keeping it. That's like a reflection of the mother wounds and stuff like that. Okay. That's for somebody. These are new oracles. I don't know how I feel about them yet. I, R, Y, O, V, and J. Capricorn, honey, this was an amazing reading. This is definitely one I would have liked to have taken to task, i.e. in depth, but that's not where we are. But nevertheless, I hope it helped you. I do. It had some core messages here today that were repeated. I hope it helped. Put in the comments. Take care. Be well. Scorpio, welcome to your Sunday check-in. Oh, show me Scorpio, please. What's going on? Show me Scorpio. Like always, we're going to start with your side of the board, yeah? But as I explained in the intro, reverse energies as you see fit. Show me Scorpio. Yeah, the Lovers. It's making the rounds today. Ace of Wands, Eight of Pentacles. Well, that's different. Yeah. Okay. Three of Swords. The High Priestess, the Page of Pentacles. I don't... Okay. Four of Wands, the Three of Wands, and the Ace of Pentacles. Oh, no, that's not going to work. You look so happy. You look so happy. You feel happy. You don't just look at it. You feel it. You are it. You are happiness. You are happiness specifically with a strong connection, and things are going really well. Like really, really well. You look happy. Like you're feeling the sun. How does it do with the sun? Hi. This is awesome. I've been meaning to get a tan. You know, that's it. No, I don't. You look so happy. The Lovers, Ace of Wands, Eight of Pentacles. This is the definition of a functioning lover. Functioning strong. It actually works. Like I said, the Lovers have been making the round today. The rounds. Yours is different, but it's actually functioning, it's happening, and it's working well. And Scorpio, I'm looking at you. Don't need to be here. You really don't. Enjoy that and do more than live it. Love it. For some of you, it has just started, or it's just, even if it hasn't, it's operating quite well, but the energy still hits fresh. Like I know what I'm working towards. There's a we in there. We know what we're working towards, and it's beautiful. It's sunshine. It's so wonderfully, refreshingly different compared to some of the Lovers I've been seeing today. Oh, it's just so nice to actually see one of those strong connections live up to its highest state of existence. Well, it can get higher. There's still room for growth, as you know, but you're not really focused on the future. You're right there in the present with that strong connection, and it's going so well. It's stabilizing. And like I said, I feel like the growth potential in this one's just getting started, but man, there's some good work put in there between you. And it doesn't feel like work, but it's realistic, it's productive, it has goal, it has aim, it has ownership. And it's like it's just starting. I don't know, you're just glowing. You're absolutely glowing. You're gorgeous. Beautiful. Well done, you two. What is this? I don't know. Three of Swords, the High Priestess, Page of Pentacles. I see someone kind of nursing a heart when it comes to you, a heartbreak when it comes to you specifically, and they're not denying it with the High Priestess. They're kind of in tune with that feeling. They're in tune with the feeling of heartbreak. It hurts. It sucks. I know. I don't know who it is, though. For now, it's silent. It's silent hurts. It's silent pain. And to their credit, they're trying to listen to it. They're trying to get it. They're trying to understand it better. And then I see a Page of Pentacles. Somebody else had a kind of blip, and that's a blip. It's a blip. I want to say it's one of the earth signs that had a little blip right there towards the end. I want to say Virgo, but I could be wrong. But if you have any Virgo in your chart or connecting to or formally connecting, I don't know who this is to you. Anyway, perhaps check theirs out. I think it was theirs. But that's some silent heartbreak. And then something gets put forward at Page of Pentacles. I don't know. Four of Wands, Three of Wands, Ace of Pentacles. Like I said, the stability of this thing is growing, and it's got a lot of room for growth, and you know that, and you're looking forward to it. So that's not really waiting here. You're participating, and you're keeping it present, but looking forward to more in the future. So Ace of Pentacles is like this thing is just getting started. Relationship, once more, is how two people define it. So whatever that is, marriage, boyfriend, girlfriend, whatever, I don't know, I don't care. The point is that the structure is being defined as we speak, and the building, I must say, is going quite well. In fact, it's going so well, you see it as prosperous. Ace of Pentacles. You look forward to more. You look forward to it getting stronger, but for right now, you're like, I'm staying in this connection, in this relationship, in this energy, just the way it is. I'm mindful. You're like, I'm very mindful of my building activities, and I'm very mindful that it's being returned to me. And you're loving what you're experiencing, so why would you stop? You just look forward to more. So you are sharing this energy with this person. This third line is technically, tell that to tarot, right? Tell that to universe, tell that to the energy. It's technically the shared line. And technically you are sharing this with this person, this lover. So who's this person? You know? I don't know what that Page of Pentacles is. It's just it hurts because what you're showing me real deal, and you're so happy by the real deal. So not only do you have the strong connection, you're also saying it's the real deal. I got the real one this time. And it shows. It shows. Look at that. Boom, boom, boom. Production. Value. Stability. It's like, this shit's working. And you're so excited. And the both of you are so excited. And it's reflected here for you. You are occupying this space already with this person. And it's beautiful. And it's happy. It's sun. It's joy. Everything. And who is this? It's such a huge emphasis on the real here. And then I see somebody drop a Page of Pentacles. All I know is I understand they're working through some heartbreak and pain, and they're listening to themselves intuitively, but it's whatever that Page of Pentacles is. It's nowhere near in comparison to what you have and what you're currently building with somebody else. So I don't know what you'll do with it. I don't know. Let's get some advice. I don't know. You have so much. It's high operations. You feel so good. The two of you. Gemini here. We also have We also have a damn strong dash of the fire here, but I see you two sharing that. So Leo here, maybe Earth too, but I don't know. Let's get some advice, please. It's disappointment, it's hurt. I know, I see that. But to their credit, they're trying to listen to themselves. That's good with the High Priestess. I don't know what they're learning, but they are feeling, so that's good. I just... That page, compared to what you got going on, it's like... It's hard. It's hard, but also maybe they don't know. Maybe they don't know you're killing it with somebody. Like, just taking life by the balls, man. The two of you. It's just wonderful. You look so happy. You look so productive. It's so healthy. And it's so real. That's what I love it. It's so real, real, real. Show me the realness, please. Thank you. That's what the subject was with Capricorn. But they had a very different lover's connection. The Hanged Man, Nine of Cups, the High Priestess. Listening to the self. About self-love, self-interest. What does that mean? Learning. What is wish fulfillment? Listening to that, listening to that, listening to that. Keeping an open mind about wish fulfillment. So that's part of the process, I understand. You don't seem to have an issue with it. You don't get this by not listening to yourself. You don't get this by not making the correct investments, the correct choices, the correct lover, the correct whatever. That means knowing what to exclude and knowing what to include and making hard decisions, but also making the good ones when it's time to make the good ones too. That's what listening to the self is. Death. The Hermit, Knights of Wands. There's something here about you. You learned your lesson. Granted the hard way. You don't get all this because you didn't earn it. You get this because you earned it. You, Death, the Hermit, Knight of Wands. There's something here after much due reflection. You decided to part ways with or stop walking the path with. And that's based on experience. It's like, this will not be on my path anymore. And the energy and or passion I had for it, that had to stop too. You know? And it's like that was with a lot of wisdom and reflection and hard nights of looking at yourself and saying, I'm tired of looking at this subject. Somebody here has a really good grip on their High Priestess, their intuitive process, and ask themselves, what is wish fulfillment? What is self-love? That means knowing when to do what's right and finalizing what might be wrong and not carrying it anymore. You know? All I know, honey, is that based on advice here, you made the right choice. You have been listening to yourself successfully for some time, and that includes accepting what's right for you and kind of disavowing, walk away from, or no longer putting energy into that which is no longer good for you. And that was years of experience, too. That means you had plenty of time to know. That means feeding the energy and whatever it is you put into it. I just see you in a position of accepting the good things now based on what it is you ended prior. Okay? I honestly don't know what shape that page is. It's like I was telling, I believe it was Virgo. That could be anything. Whereas here you have everything. It's the real deal. It's got real deal written all over it. I love that. If I was doing an in-depth for you, that's what I'd call it, real deal. I don't... No, you know, no, I don't want to push the advice. Whatever this is, if that Page of Pentacles makes an appearance, hopefully it's because they're listening to themselves and not the pain. But I don't know what it would entail, and I don't know what you'll make of it. I don't know. Perhaps it's something that was put forward in a small way and you've already rejected it, because I honestly can't see it. It might have been something that you've already ejected and it still hurts for that person. I don't know. But I can see why you said no to it. Compared to what you have working through, the promise of it is here. That's, what do I tell us all the time, especially Scorpio? Fall for proof, not potential. And you've got nothing but proof, 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 proof. I suspect that whatever that is and continues to remain potential. I don't know that it'll ever reach its growth. But it seems to me you would know that then. On the horizon, ship out there on the horizon. Looking forward to, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, loyalty. You're discovering that loyalty as we speak, and it's beautiful. But yeah, that's part of the stabilization process. Not only securing this thing, building it, but looking forward to security, which also denotes to loyalty. This is home. This is where I'm meant to be. Yeah. Strong, real relationship that stabilizes. You have so much more to look forward to. A long letter with thought, detail, and intent, and intentions laid out, thoughts laid out, feelings laid out in a very detailed way. A long letter, a long message, not a short, quick message. 27. Wishing well. Sorry, that hit funny. 4127. We had always wished. Here's the potential. We had always wished for full insight to somebody's thoughts or feelings, and it was a wish. Suggesting that we never received it, and you had nothing new to learn, so you stopped showing that pathway or whatever it was, energy, possibly for some of you. But it was always a sort of wish to understand the length of their thoughts without disruption. Direct access to their feelings. Thoughts in a detailed way. We always wished for that. Okay, 27, 41, 18, 3. This? Did we do? No. Okay. Oh, epiphany, breakthrough. Okay. It's not just about what you have to reject or let go of. It's also what you earn and have deserved. Make good choices. Yes? And if you know you're making bad choices, discontinue them. If you know you're making a good choice, then go on with it. You had a breakthrough about releasing, surrendering, purging, no longer giving to, letting it go. You had a breakthrough about that. What you were wishing for was not relevant. Or like I said, it was just all potential but no proof. You had to release it, purge, just really allow it to let go, including your feeling for it and any additional thoughts you had on the subject. I gotta let it go. Okay. Yeah. Really? It's a new oracle. Okay. Others' opinions. You're my favorite. You're my favorite. I don't know what that means. You're my favorite what option? You're my favorite thrill? What? You're my favorite what? Others' opinions. Somebody cared too much about the opinion of others and not concerning themselves enough of their own opinion, wishes, wants, desires, etc. But others' opinions got in the way, but they were still saying, well, you're my favorite. That's kind of like saying, I guess you're my favorite sweetheart. You're my favorite special something. I don't know. Not enough to work with. This, not your problem now, though. You've got a lot to work with. Okay, we have the letters M, B. We have the medallion of Gemini. Yeah, I saw that. I strongly, well, it doesn't have to be an absolute. Mind you, people really latch on to absolutes. I'm just saying there really is a strong sense of Gemini coming from that. It doesn't have to be. You might have some very strong Gemini in your chart, though. And like I said, could be connected to, or the season might be. In fact, for some of you, that's when this started, is a Gemini season. And oh my gosh, did it make itself known as the real deal sooner rather than later. We also have the medallion of Sagittarius. We have the crescent moon in reverse and upside down. I don't think anything about this situation will ever be truly revealed to us. That was the form of wishful thinking, perhaps. We have the twin dolphins. Yeah, I see that. There it is again. That sense of dual. This person completes me. And then they have the dragon in reverse. No more fire breathing. No more intimidation. No more anger. No more frustration. No, nothing like that. Okay. All right. Oh, and we have the rose. the Rose of Venus. For some of you, Scorpio might be your Venus placement. Absolutely. And I also strongly suspect that, yeah, this is it. From the heart. Yeah. Yeah, it's blossoming quite well. It's lovely. All right, Scorpio, honey, I hope this helped you. Put in the comments. Take care. Be well. Pisces, what's up? Show me Pisces, please. Okay. Like always, we're going to start with your side of the board, which I explain the intro, reverse energies, as you see fit. 10 of Pentacles, King of Wands, and the 7 of Pentacles. All right, good job. Queen of Pentacles, the Sun, and the 2 of Swords. All right. 2 of Wands, Page of Swords, and the Star. Okay, let me get back on the same path here. I can tell you right now, it's going to be a short read. You don't need it. They don't really need it either. Yeah, and you know exactly what I'm talking about with the High Priestess. And it's fine. I wish people understand tarot is really not a competition. It's not about how short or long they are. In fact, the longer they are, they tend to be more complicated, or I just get overly emotionally invested because, hey, I'm a water sign, right? But yours is really straightforward. Good job, by the way. That's fantastic. And rightfully so. You take a lot of pride in your foundation and all your good work, as you should. There's so much of it in there. And you do. You have a lot of pride in that path, and you should. You bring the best of your passion and your intensity every day, even though whatever this is functions, and it functions quite well. You still bring a certain intensity. It's like, I remember why I do this. I remember how I started out. And let me tell you something. It still wakes me up and gets me going to this day. You're building. You build well. And it might seem like old news to you with that 7 of Pentacles, and that's because you're so familiar with it. So no, I don't see it as stagnant. I see whatever this is highly functioning, highly operable. It commands a lot of your time, energy, effort, focus, resources. But you're like, I live for it. This is what I do. This is what I set out to do some time ago. Whatever your pathway was. And oh my goodness, I'm being so picky with this today. I sang the intro. I like things to be just so. And yeah, High Priestess, you have a good feeling overall about your direction. You listen to yourself. So not only are you navigating by the intuitive process, as you should, you also have a wealth of 3D evidence that suggests, yeah, I'm good, we're all good. I know what I've built. I'm very familiar. Like, if I were to ask you to tell me about your foundation, you could probably detail it brick by brick, pentacle by pentacle. You know it very well. Your environment, everything. And I like how it's still kind of, like I said, it wakes you up to this day. Still gets you excited to this day. Over here, Queen of Pentacles, the Sun, 2 of Swords. Someone here is kind of questioning their own role, okay, in this dynamic you two share. Most likely, I'm leaning towards co-creator, but okay. That's someone basically who you've built your life with in a very realistic way. Queen of Pentacles, the Sun, 2 of Swords, they're kind of questioning their own contribution, and therefore it's affecting their sense of happiness. So what I'm bringing to the table, they seem to be less certain. My role in the pathway, again, more hesitation there. So it could be that this person, it's like they were happy, and they've known themselves generally to be happy, but there's something they're questioning in themselves, 2 of Swords, to this day, particularly their contribution, or how they perceive themselves as a co-creator in your two's world. It seems like you carry the lion's share of responsibility. They have a role. And typically they're content with it, but there's something here in them that's restless. They want to change things up, and they don't quite know how to see it yet. They don't know how to articulate it yet. So there is comfort with this person and their energy and the life they share with you. They know that. They're comfortable. Like I said, more often than not, they're happy, but they question. I think they... I think that they're thinking about a new source of contribution, at least from their end. How they would like to add to that 10 of Pentacles, the way of life, the path. How they see the role might be changing a little bit. Okay, how they want to contribute further, more, or less in the future, and what that looks like. Okay? For example, perhaps they're thinking about switching up jobs, going part-time, going into a different thing altogether. I don't know. But again, their level of contribution, that's what they're questioning. How they personally identify as happiness in this familiar role. Okay? Two of Wands, Page of Swords, the Star. Yeah, I think you see that in them, and they see it in themselves, more to the point. Eventually that question's going to get cleared up. All right? To be clear, you two share a common path. What they question is their role within that common path, their contribution level to your two's way of life. That's changing a little bit. And you see it, and I see the idea growing and expanding and becoming more important. Who knows? Perhaps they personally take on a new vision within that pathway, but the idea is that the idea is open for discussion. Okay? We want to learn more, not less. So, I see you being a good, supportive co-creator. Whatever it is you want to do, let's look into it. You'll be great. I know you'll be great. I completely support you. You're like, I got this chunk already, and I'm happy with my chunk. You, however, I see that you question your chunk, and I want you to be happy. Okay? However you contribute to the overall idea that it's us, I support you. You want to do something new? Let's do something new. You want to keep things the way they are? Let's do that too. I just don't want you to be restless, and I don't want you to question your happiness. I don't want that. I wouldn't want that for you either. So obviously it's like you want for them what you experience. Okay? So yeah, I like that. That's open dialogue. It just started. Okay? So the Pisces I'm looking at, you're currently having these discussions with your co-creator, your co-pilot, your co-something. They might be spouse. I don't know. But there's someone who's very much within your proximity, and the ideas have just started, and it's going to grow into the star. So this person's going to find their happiness again. But it looks like they need to change up for themselves their own sense of what it is that they do, quote unquote. That's a big question for a lot of people. What drives us, what makes us happy, okay? For some people, they can do the same thing over and over again for 30, 40 years and be perfectly content with it. That's what you're showing me. Don't get me wrong, you built into that. That experience didn't accumulate overnight. And other people, it's like, well, this was good for me for the past year or 5 years, and now I'm thinking I want to do something less, different, more, somewhere in between. But we all need something to do. We all need a way to tune in to our own sense of grounding, happiness, etc. They are clearly connected to the right person. You're very supportive. The Chariot, Seven of Swords, Six of Pentacles in reverse. Yeah, they no longer want to pursue a current balance, but it's hard for them to acknowledge it. I get that, and they're working through it. To their credit, and to your kind of credit too, working through it, and you're supporting them. Yeah, and it's been sneaking up on them. I've been moving in this direction, and thing is, I don't think I want to keep showing up in that direction. It's not really working for me. Okay, it is my role, and it does contribute to our path, but it's not working for me personally. So this is a personal thing. But I like how you're approaching it as a we thing. That's good. That's healthy. That's very healthy. Okay? I wonder what their next thing will be. It might surprise you. Oh, it's yet to be revealed. That's part of the discovery process. Like I said, it just started here. There's some ideas, there's some things cooking in the background, but it's yet to be fully discovered. And that is, of course, your power card. So I know that you're involved. You might already have an idea because you're already terribly intuitive. It might have been something that they've been lightly dropping hints about for the past, I don't know, months, 6 months, a year. And you picked up on it. You're like, I think I know what that is. Low-key, you've been casually talking about this, that, and the other. Maybe you should look into that. Oh, you think so? I do. Yeah. That's the kind of person I see that you are in this. Okay, that's enough. Like I said, I'm assuming yours is a short read. Okay. We didn't need too much work here today, and that's good. That's very good. Besides, looking at you, you probably need a short reading anyway. Very busy. But a happy, healthy busy. So I'm happy to see that for you. False beliefs, action. Oh, we didn't think we could take action. Okay. Okay. Control tactics. I don't care for that. I think that's a bit much. But I see somebody trying to keep themselves in check when really it takes courage to act. It takes courage to invite something new in your life. And I'm sure these control tactics are what they kept themselves in place with. Oh, this isn't a good time. This isn't a good time to change. This isn't a good time to look into anything new. It takes a certain level of bravery, action, courage to release ourselves from false thinking and, I don't know, look into things. Just go after it. I'll dare ourselves, allow ourselves to dream. You know? But yeah, the fact that they're wanting to show up less and less to a balance that they actually contribute to, it says a lot. I'm going to go ahead and skip that one. It just doesn't feel necessary. That's more the shoulda, coulda, woulda type of oracle. That's just not needed in this context. False beliefs. There's that Five of Swords. Talking themselves out of changing. I don't have the energy for it. Oh, I can't do that. I'm not that brave. I'm not that courageous. I can't just change. Yeah, you can. A little more thought, a little more insight, and having a helpful, stable partner doesn't hurt. Okay, yeah, I know. That's what I'm talking about. Overall, the pathway. Dare to dream. Tell your person, I dare you to dream. I dare you to do something different. I'm happy with doing the same thing. I love doing the same thing. I made a whole life out of this, and for us. But you want to do something different, so just... You don't have to stay here. You don't have to control yourself. You don't have to keep yourself in check. Dare to dream. Dream big. Right? It's the legacy. It's the tree of life. I know. It's the thing is that the roots are established. The pathway is established. The longevity is established. I feel like this person's free to pursue other thoughts, other things, other activities. And they told themselves, no, I can't leave. I'm too old for that. I can't just change. Yeah, you can. If your sense of happiness can change, then how you identify can change too, okay? Or what it is that you do, I should say. And then we have the messenger talking communication about legacy. And what does that mean? Stabilization and passing things on. Okay. I was really having to push those oracles. It really wasn't too much to discuss. We have K, F, V. We have the unicorn and the upright. Yeah, there's some magic here. Uniqueness, specialness. Between the two of you, sure, absolutely. I think that in their point of view, what they have been lightly tossing around in terms of an idea is very unique, special, or magical, but they've never really allowed themselves to think about it too deeply. It might seem too fantastical, too far off, and you're like, no, we just got to put it to scale. It needs more thought, that's all. Okay, we have the butterfly and the upright. It's time for transformation. Oh, I see another letter popped out here, and J. So that would be J, K, F, and V. So we have the butterfly and the upright, sign of transformation. Perhaps by Scorpio season, there'll be more of a finalized vision, communication, or action around this. Okay? But yeah, it's gently unfolding. The wolf is in reverse. I don't see the pursuit of this right away. No, we need time to warm up to this. I feel like it's been a long time since this person's actively gone out of their way to change, break their habits, routines, or adopt anything new, particularly as it relates to your two's way of life. Okay? Yeah, I kind of get that feeling. I don't think this person expected to change their idea of happiness, particularly where their personal contribution is concerned. So we can spend some time denying it. Oh, I don't want to do that. No, I don't want to do that. No, that's stupid. It's okay. Anyway, I hope this helped you. Good job being a good listener and a co-creator and all that other stuff. Pisces, I hope this helped. Put in the comments. Take care. Be well. Cancer, welcome to your Sunday check-in. Show me Cancer, please. What's going on? Show me Cancer. Let's give that one more shuffle. Ooh, a little bit of pushback on that. Resistance. What's going on? Like always, we're going to start with your side of the board by explaining that intro, reverse energies, as you see fit. The Star, the Wheel of Fortune, the Ten of Pentacles. Good for you. Nine of Cups, Ten of Swords, the Devil. Ooh. Yeah. Eight of Cups, the Hermit, the Six of Cups. I hear you. I hear you. Okay. Overview. Six of Swords. I got it. You got it. I'm not saying water signs. No, not at all. Scorpio's read was completely different. Pisces' read was completely different. Yeah, but you're not. It's like, oh, this is bad. This is bad. I got to get away from this. You're not the first person to show me that. I'd say it's been dotted throughout the different elements. You're like, okay, gotta go. Six of Swords. Once more. It's about moving into calmer waters, not just about what it is you leave behind. I know you want calmer waters. That's been a goal for you for a long time. And you're like, I do what I need to do in order to make headway into that goal. I want calmness. I want stability. I want foundation. I have a dream. I have a vision. I have a goal. And it's about time I carried it out. I agree with you. The Star, the Wheel of Fortune, Ten of Pentacles, and you're like, being stuck in things that are anti-progress, that are anti-goal, that are anti-self-worth, anti-self-interest, keeps me from my goal. Yes, correct. Very good. Excellent. So far you have showed me logic, rationality, reasoning, and a very deep-seated interest and wish fulfillment at a high level with the Star. And you're just like, Wheel of Fortune, Ten of Pentacles, you're making it happen. And that's because you came to an agreement between you and you some time ago to make that vision happen, to put the time in, to put the focus in, and a certain willingness and or dedication to leave chaotic shores behind if it means fulfilling the dream. And congratulations to you, because you're on the way of making that happen. In fact, you're seeing the work now. That star that was always within you, time has passed, and because you made dedicated efforts to move more and more into that goal, that desire, that drive, Wheel of Fortune karma's caught up to you, and you got some good karma coming to you. The Ten of Pentacles is showing. It's all showing. Your dedication and effort and belief is here. It is building, and it's building well, beautifully. You look strong. You believe in yourself. It might have started out tricky for you, but you're like, I'm in my little boat. I made that decision to leave that shore behind, to cross that line, and now I'm seeking new shores. And it has done very well for you. Okay, very well for you. Nine of Cups, Ten of Swords, Devil. How is that your problem? Why am I saying this? I'm not going to lie, it's kind of selfish. I hurt. I'm sure they do hurt. But it's going into a kind of possessive place. I hurt. I've been excluded. Don't you understand that? That's not what I want. I understand. Nine of Cups, depending on what we do with it, it's either a wonderful thing or it's a not so good thing. And for this person, it's a not so good thing. So this is where we see the Nine of Cups selfish. So Nine of Cups, wish fulfillment. What does that mean? I'm going to treat myself right. Okay. I'm going to go to bed early. All right. And then I'm going to wake up and I'm going to have a healthy breakfast. And I'm going to go to the gym. And I'm going to drink plenty of water. And I'm going to rest when I need to rest. And I'm going to connect with the friends that are good for me, that support me and love me. I'm going to say yes to things. I'm going to treat myself right. That's what I'm going to do. And then there's Nine of Cups bad. Man, if I could just live on mac and cheese, pizza, smokes, and vodka, wouldn't that be an awesome... So there's Nine of Cups bad. That's negative wish fulfillment. It's the kind that feels good in the moment, but has consequences later. And right now I'm seeing kind of a selfish sort of Nine of Cups, Ten of Swords with the Devil. Now, can we all be hurt? Absolutely. This is not what I wanted. You bet. Absolutely. No objection to that. This is not what I wanted. This fucking hurts. Yes. I see it all the time. Goodness knows you've had plenty of readings like that. This hurts. This is not what I wanted. Then it goes to a weird place with the devil. And then it becomes selfish. This is my pain. This is my pain. It's mine. Mine. And it's very negative. It's negative towards themselves, first and foremost. And then it turns sour towards you. And it's like, that's not your problem, though. Remember that opening where I said you made a dedicated effort at some point? That wasn't just one occurrence. That was multiple occurrences. Otherwise, it wouldn't be in your overview, Six of Swords. The first thing I said, where are you coming from? Where are you going? You showed me emphasis, point blank, where you're going. That tells me what it is you had to leave behind. Guess who got left behind? Okay? It's very reactionary. You did this to me. You brought this pain on me. You left me behind. You didn't include me in your little boat. No, because if I included you, it would have been an obstruction to my greater goal. Okay? They weren't supposed to be there. Otherwise, you would have included them. Okay? Remember that Wheel of Fortune and karma turned in your favor. It wasn't because you were playing to someone else's fiddle. It's because you understood what the right thing was for you. That means making hard choices. That means making a debt. You could look backwards. You could go back to the old shore, but you didn't. You chose to keep yourself pointed forward. Again, it's not just about what we leave behind. It's what we look forward to. I wish people would understand that. And you have kept yourself focused since then. And many times since. Like I said, with Six of Swords, I can see people change their mind. I'm going to go back to the old shore real quick. I'm freaked out about doing anything new, and I want the comfort of old. And people change their mind all the time. But you didn't. Here's the deal. 8 of Cups, the Hermit, 6 of Cups. I know. This hurt you as much as it hurt them. Not from their points of view. Apparently, pain is a competition. They're not going to let you win. The thing is, it's like you're not invested in them anymore. But they're still invested in you. Emotionally, spiritually. And it is coming from a selfish, I'm the only one that hurts here. You left me behind. It hurts you to do it. Do you know what it takes to leave someone behind who you know isn't good for you? It's one of the hardest things you will ever do. Because in some way, you realize you love them. I would take you with me if I could. But there's something about you, or something about our connection that's no good for me. Okay? And if they were willing to put thought into it, healing into it, and I hope that they do, they'd see that too. Somehow their patterns, their toxicity kept them in check and kept you from keeping them or moving them forward with you. That's why you didn't take them. Okay. Otherwise, you recognize this as a soul bond. You're like, I've known you forever. I have so many memories with you, I don't know where to start. I remember the good times and I remember the bad times too. And there's some things that you associate them strictly with toxic patterns. But a kind of emotional selfishness is one of them. It's all about you, or how to make you feel good, or make you feel included, or make you feel secure. It's supposed to be a we. It's not a we. Otherwise, I would have taken you with me. But they have too much shit attached to them. And it's not just you. I know from their point of view, it's about you. It's about you and what you did. Cancer's the bad person. Man. What led up to that? What gave you the cojones to walk? Okay? The Hermit did some thinking. All right? I shouldn't be here. I know that. And it sucks. Because I have this unique connection with you. But when I think about how my future and taking myself places, I see and somehow you're bound to something I can't understand and I don't want to participate in and I don't want it in my life. Okay, I don't do that. It's like I don't play into the patterns either, guys. Once you see them for what they are, you can love someone all day long. I love you, but I can't be part of what you're doing. I can't be part of that pattern. I can't. I shouldn't be a pattern. I should be your soul bond. You know. So I know that they feel the bond in their own way too, but it goes into a negative place. They've got work to do. Just like you showed me resolve to walk away from this, that same energy is available to them too. Let's make that clear. I can't see what isn't there, only what is, and that's supposed to be shared. The same insight you gave yourself is also available to them. If they were to ask themselves, was I really free to get in that boat with Cancer and join them in that space? If they were being honest with themselves, the answer would have been no. Minus my bullshit, my patterns, my whatever. No. They were carrying something with them. You were thinking about future, meaning, context, purpose. And also, P.S., you were concerning yourself with your karma. I can't continue to carry you with me. I just can't. I can't. Or I'm not supposed to. And I know that. And in some way, you're like, if I keep you, I'm not going to see the future I need to see. Something like that. It's kind of intense, guys. This one's intense. I'm not going to lie. This one's intense. I'll call it. This one's fucking intense. This is not the casual kind of tarot I'm used to seeing. This one had some deep shit attached to it. So once more, it's either yours or it's not. Either resonates or it doesn't. Don't compromise yourself. That's it. Don't be mad for a reading that's not yours. All right? That's it. Seven of Wands. Yes, I see that. Page of Swords, Ten of Cups. There it is again. That small thinking. I'm blocking you. I don't want nothing. But there's the eye. The eye. It's like I want to be part of what you have. I want what you have. But no, if that was true, I would have taken you with me. You don't want what I want. You don't. You don't. You don't. Otherwise, you would have come. I would have allowed you to come with me. I was like, you can't. I don't know. The small envious eye. Three of Pentacles, Ace of Cups. No. It was a soul bond. And I know love was there. But somehow it was dressed up as friendship. It was more than friendship. I know it. I know it. I've been told this to somebody else. I have been seeing compromising friendships where it's like I feel a little extra something for you. Or it's wish fulfillment. I hope that this becomes something more. So in that space and time, I'll go ahead and call you friend and compromise. Real love was on the line once upon a time. But it was relegated to friendship. Somebody didn't want to grow or expand, even though they desired it at the same time. They were still rejecting it. It's like you want what you can't have, and that's not fair. It's not fair. You want what you can't have, so you try to compromise. You try to compromise that you both did at some point. I want what I can't have, and now I'm mad you completely withdrew any of it. Yeah, well, what was I supposed to do? You were still choosing other things that aren't good for you, and you wanted me to be cool with that, and I'm not. And I'm not going to be part of the problem either. Yeah, that one's deep, guys. This one's deep. That one's deep. I know you love them. It wasn't easy for you either. It's the ego for some, the vanity, the pride, the inability to get over it. Can't get over it. Like I said, they have no excuse. They have the same access to healing as you do. They should have been thinking, that's what's best for you. I need to respect that. That would be unselfish thinking. Fate, divine intervention, detour. At some point, you had some sort of evidence that couldn't be taken back. You crossed that timeline. Words like there's no going back. In truth, the expressions. North Node, at some point you spoke your truth. Perhaps for some of you, Libra is... I'm sorry, not Libra. Why did I say that? Did some of you have Libra in your chart? Okay, I'm sorry. Anyway, some of you, Cancer, is your North Node. Lean into that. The truth, the expression. Don't hide. You were very honest. Or you were as honest as you could be with this one. I apologize. I don't know why I said that. So you might have some very prominent Libra in your chart. Libra could be your North Node indeed. That's why I might have said that, in which case check out theirs. Okay. Truth, the expression. Okay. Could have been connecting to. This season might be important to you. When is it? That is late September to late October. October. Sorry. 13. Wishful thinking. Playing games. Fantasy. Do we want a happy ending? Of course. It's childlike wonder. This feels good. I like the idea of it, the fantasy of it. And we want that happy ending. It's childlike thinking. For the both of you in some way. Somebody liked the idea, the fantasy of love. The other person wanted to actually see it. Venomous. Poisonous. Somebody believed in the love, the story, and the other person. No. Venomous. Poisonous. What did I hear the other day? Sometimes they love you when they're lonely, but they forget they love you when they're happy and smiling. I have that strong sense of this feels good for me and you took it away. Kind of like my favorite story or my favorite toy, the fantasy or the idea isn't accessible to me anymore. How dare you? So they might have made themselves available to you as a friend when they were lonely or they were in a mood or feeling nostalgic with the Six of Cups. But where were they for the happy moments? Okay. A, one letter, A. We also have the medallion of Sagittarius, Aries. We have the key. Yes, you have the key to this whole situation to release yourself. Absolutely. The wolf, cunning, stealthy, territory, pursuit. I actually see that as you. Pursuing, pursuing, pursuing. Pursuing your star, specifically here with the star. Once more. Pursuing your star. Being very diligent about it. Okay? Unapologetic in the pursuit of your goals. It's simple, really. It's simple, really. How do I feel? I want you, us, forever. I want what? It's just, it's on. I want you. It's on. It's accessibility. I'm not... I see you looking good and moving on. I don't care who you're talking to. I'm better. I will attract your attention. Shit like that. It looks like attention, like I said. The idea of not being included really pisses this person off. Okay, Cancer, honey. I hope this helped you. You keep on with your goals. The reason I'm saying them is because they're still putting a lot of energy your way, which, again, they have as much access to heal through as you did. I insist. It's still there. It's still a possibility. I hope that they make greater use of that. Okay? I do. I do. And hopefully they'll see that in time, if you really care about somebody, you really love them, you understand I'm not the best for you. And I hope that you find what is best for you. Okay? All right. I hope this helped. Put in the comments. Take care. Be well.